Is that another box?
Does this ever stop?
It's either me, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys.
Welcome to the My Wife is Going to Kill Me podcast.
The podcast where me and my friends talk about the number one thing that makes our wives want to kill us.
Toy collecting.
Transform, roll out. Transform and roll out. Transform. That's America's ass. And roll out. Transform. Roll out.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, wow, you are dumb. All right, man to man, we'll see you on the flip-flop. I tend to lash out to protect my loved ones.
Travis.
At least he's just giving it the old whoppity top.
It just keeps growing.
Man, it's good stuff.
Oh, shoot.
Jeremy, don't encourage him.
I hope the cat pisses on you.
You're reading again, aren't you?
I like everything, so just tell me stuff.
Steve.
I'm being misrepresented here. You got no power over me, you harpy.
Did you put a period at the end of this thing?
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
Let the good times roll.
To episode 262 of the My Wife is Going to Kill Me podcast. Everybody, I just want to say, calm down. It's okay. I'm here. I'm back. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be fun. We're ready to go. We're all here. Even Cody. Cody is even here.
Especially Cody.
Especially Cody. Jeremy DeWitt is here. How you doing, Jeremy? Your voice sounds lovely today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How is it different from any other day? Yeah?
I don't know. It's just got you have a smooth, buttery voice. I like to spread it all over me.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Steve,
They call me
Steve
Fat B.O.
Steve is fat enough to use butter as lube.
It's delicious. Warm it up. You don't got to dip crab legs in it anymore. Now it's helmet.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Travis is here. Trav,
I think I'm here.
thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Glad you could make it.
Mm-hmm.
Pete McCarthy's here. How you doing, Pete?
Good morning, Steven.
Morning.
I don't want to hurt anybody's ears.
So, oh my God. You try. Okay, so here's a typical try to give Pete some constructive criticism, and he acts like a little bitch. It's like when you get
It
mad,
ain't
you're like-
acting.
you say to somebody,
It's not an act.
It's not an act.
It's not even close.
You
to
tell
an act.
somebody, hey, stop yelling at me, and so they go the other way. They're like, okay, I'll never.
Oh, sorry. Was that too loud?
I can't hear you. What? That's Pete.
Is it too loud for your delicate ear holes?
Oh, I think it just blew the speakers out for the people on YouTube. But who cares?
I do kind of like the sweaty balls version of Pete, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Eat sweaty balls.
Pete was just like, hey, guys, how's it going?
I have that T-shirt from the SNL.
Yeah?
Yeah, my mother-in-law bought it for me.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Mm.
it doesn't fit. Because everybody's like, oh, I bet Pete's a 2X. Oh, you lost. You're a terrible gambler.
I feel horrible. Brett came into the booth yesterday and he's like, "Man, I really want one of those. Scalper shirts, but it says you don't have 4X here on your list." And I go, "But we got 5." And he goes, "Well, I'm in a 3 right now, and it's a little uncomfortable." So he goes,
Pushes the breasts together really
he's like,
tight.
I will go shirtless before I put a 5X on.
so I go, "Just try the 5X on. Fucking fit him perfect."
He's like, this
Brad-
is amazing. He's not even like that big of a dude.
No,
Brad
he's
don't
not.
seem like he.
Would be a 5.
No.
Yeah.
it's
There's
amazing,
a-
man.
The clothing is a very real thing. Everything went slim fit for bitches like Cody. And so 2Xs and 3Xs aren't what they used to be. I'm getting fat, yes. I have been fat. I'm only getting fatter, but the industry is not helping me. So,
Did you just blame the clothing industry?
yep, I did.
Burping up his McDonald's.
Yep. It's all their fault.
Man, it's not McDonald's. Well, I mean, it isn't. I lost 70 pounds last year. Ate McDonald's almost every day at work. It's just calories, dude. 2 breakfast burritos, 600 calories. You keep track of your calories, you stay under your calories, you'll lose weight.
Well, congratulations.
Once you
'cause
stop doing
found-
that, you'll gain it back.
Yeah, you found him. So that's
Oh
good.
yeah, you can. Oh yeah, I'm
They're
not
only-
saying. I'm saying it works. I'm not saying that the opposite doesn't also work.
Right.
If you go over your calories, you will get fat again.
It was tough getting around Steve in the booth yesterday. He just kind of blocked the whole thing up.
It was a 10 by 10. It's a little different than a 10 by 20.
Well, unfortunately, your friend's an 8x8, so I'm not throwing shelving, and it's full. It's a full booth.
I'm no bigger than I was before I lost weight.
No, I'm just giving you shit because I'm fatter than all of us. So I'm the heaviest person at this table, so I can talk to you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
How much you
Let's
weigh?
bet. Let's go.
How much do you weigh?
I'm like 347,
Yeah, 352.
352 in the Love Shack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah, when you weigh 352, the whole shack shimmies when everybody's bouncing around and around.
Steve, are you
around
struggling
and
with this one?
around.
Are you? Because you want to win, right? You want to win this, but you're like, I don't really want to
much-
win this.
How much do you weigh, Steve?
Oh, I don't think that you guys really care.
Hey, Jeremy, when we hop in our Chrysler and it's as big as a whale and it like sits 15, but it's just you and I, there's no room for anybody else on the way to the Love Shack.
You two will still have fun.
It sits about 20, or Jeremy and Pete, hurry up and bring your jukebox money.
So, as alarming as the weight capacity of the three of us on this show is, what's even worse?
Which we have yet to hear yours.
What's even worse is the stupidity of our children. This is all tying in.
This I want to see.
Yeah.
Not
Waiting.
not our children, not my children or your children specifically, but the next generation, the younger kids. So I go to the Polish festival last night, and I had to deal with, all of you guys have experienced it. Anytime someone needs to put a wristband on me so that I can prove that I'm above 21 years old. Okay, so the first stupid thing.
Hey, Jim, you got a second wristband? I need...
So
He's got to pay for 2 entrances.
the first thing I noticed that was ridiculous.
There's no way you could be under 21 at this fat. You're fine. Just go ahead.
No, they're staunch. They're strict. There was a fucking blue-haired old lady that was probably 80 that didn't have her ID, and they would not let her in.
Dang.
Wow.
They would not
That's the new
wristband her.
rules at stores now.
You
too.
don't want to
have
assume,
show
though,
your
could
ID.
be a Benjamin
I'm
Button
like, she's
situation.
got a cane. She fucking... I mean, the way they rewrite history, she probably fought on the fucking D-Day beach. Because we probably are going to say we had women there kicking ass.
Boonster's had
wow.
a cane as long as I've known him. So I mean,
This woman was old. I mean, yeah. Bad.
I'm still not sure that lines up.
Let's just see where he goes.
Anyways.
I'm doing the age thing.
So-
I think she'd be like 8, but
Oh, we don't care about that stuff. We don't care about the buttons or the pockets or the stitching or the age or the gender. Anyway, they're all fought in D-Day. All kicked ass, especially the women. They were out there doing like fucking ninja spins and fucking doing shit and dodging bullets. That's what we want to see on TV. It was probably a princess in a dress too.
you know what I love
Anyways,
about this?
let's
This
get
whole
past that.
Hold on real quick, Steven. I just want to point out that
I
every
want to know how
woman
much he weighed.
every woman I have ever met in the history of the world, regardless of size or age or apparel, contributed as much as you did on D-Day. Every woman in the world did as much as you did on D-Day, or more.
I never have claimed to be on D-Day. I pretended to be on D-Day a few times.
You were on my D one day.
Yeah, because I mean that's the manly thing to do. Hey, were you in the military? No, but I'm a reenactor. Oh, okay, cool.
I was honoring the men. And women.
what
I was
you did is
honoring
You honored my man.
war reenactment is like it's the temporary tattoo of the badass world. Like I got
I never
this.
claimed to be badass.
I bought these cloth sleeves with tattoos on them because I'm going to ride a Harley today. Okay.
World War II, any kind of reenacting is nerdier than collecting toys. I never claimed to be a badass. Anyways, let's get out past this. First thing I do is see this dumb fucking 18-year-old kid telling this 90-year-old woman she can't come in because he can't tell if she's old enough to drink. And then, secondly, I do the whole thing. Hey, here's my money. Put a wristband on me, hot shot. You're probably going to need 2. Right? Now, you guys have all, like I said, you've all experienced this. And this is partially, definitely because of my fatness. However, there's people that are a lot fatter than me that can do plenty fine with one wristband. Okay?
Yeah, like the people sitting at this table.
I always have a little bit of room there.
Right.
Yeah, there's people that are much
I
heavier
have room
than
to
me.
tuck it so it stays away from my arm hair.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the sticky ones are the worst because they can sometimes make them work, but then there's that sticky spot that's always
Just that
right in my
one
arm.
little
Yeah.
edge. Yeah.
And it fucking fucks with me all night. So I would just give me 2, bitch. Well, so I don't know what happened to me. I don't know if it was the polluted water I drank that made my bones so fucking big, and then I wrapped them in fat and made them even bigger.
Sure it's
Or if I was exposed to gamma radiation at some point. But I'm fucking weird.
Why are we-
Because I'm the only one. You can tell by the looks of all these people in the Polish Fest, and I'm the only one that I can see that they're dealing with this for the first time. And this dumb kid.
Hey, Jim, can you come to the front? We've got a 2-wrist situation here. We're not sure how to
This
handle
guy
it.
has 4 wrists.
Excuse me, sir. If you just wait just one sec, we're gonna get our manager involved over here. We're trying to figure out how to handle this wrist situation. So
this kid working the
Ristuation.
door, and
hi, I'm Jim, the supervisor. Are you Mr. Calf Arms? Nice to meet you.
this kid
Old ankle wrists.
that's volunteering who has got dreadlocks and talks like, hey man, you know, like he belongs up at the fucking
Will you go get your handcuffs for me, please? We need to do a demonstration.
Valdu Lakes or whatever.
Possible.
He belongs up at the music fest, you know. And did you say hold on?
He said it.
He's at Electric
He
Forest.
said it.
Electric
Valdu Lakes.
Yeah.
You know, in Valdu Lakes.
I don't go north. I don't do that hippie shit.
Neither do they in Valdu Lakes.
I don't care where they do it. They can do their thing wherever they want. Just don't rub it in my face.
Just don't talk to me.
Don't get your hippie on me.
Just quit wrist shaming me.
And I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's no way you're Polish.
Well, that's what you
I'm
got
fucking Polish. The last name's in the language. My great-great-grandfather, Antony, left Poland after he stabbed somebody with a pitchfork because he's so badass. And if you look at the picture of him, there's an old picture of this 90-year-old fuck, and his wrists are about, like, fucking twice mine. So everybody who wants to fuck with me, you better watch it because I'm about a half a second from killing you with a farm implement.
Yeah, but you got to realize that they never tried to put anything on his wrist because he killed people with a pitchfork. So you don't have that reputation yet.
Not yet. Anyway, so
The problem is he can't get his fingers all the way around a pitchfork.
so this kid he was really friendly and nice. He's like, okay, man. And I'm
Oh,
like,
those darn hippies.
Well, I'm so glad you insulted the shit out of him this morning. So
insult
this
him.
piece of shit motherfucking asshole
You can go back to
bitch
Valdu
was
Lake.
such a nice guy.
I didn't insult
I've
him.
never met such a nice cut in
I
my whole
said
life.
He was charming.
wasn't Polish. He shouldn't be volunteering at a Polish festival
non-Polish
unless you can prove
miscreant.
a certain amount of your blood is from Polska.
My grandfather killed somebody with a pitchfork. What did your grandfather do? Have sex with men in Woodstock, you fucking hippie?
So this is where it gets really bad, though. This is hilarious. I'm like, all right, you're going to have to use 2 of those. Well, they weren't the sticky kind. They were the kind that have the little postie and you fold them over and they pop together.
They don't really work.
It will work. You can it's just like putting 2 zip ties together because, you know, you can do it. But this kid wasn't smart enough to do it. And this is where I'm worried because he says,
So then
oh,
he
man.
was Polish.
He's like,
What you're saying?
he's like, oh, man. He says, I got you, dude. So
I love your
Michelangelo says he puts the 2 together. You know those chains you make for Christmas?
Yeah.
That you rip one off for every day?
Yeah.
Oh no!
He puts 2 together like this.
And he just hung
Just
it on
like
my
two
dick.
two rings. For those of you who can't see, 2 rings of a Christmas chain. and he tries to wrap them around my. Now there's 2 rings, and he's trying to wrap 2 rings and trying to figure out.
bracelet.
So then
He
he's
turned
like,
you into a fucking magician, Steven.
he's looking at it, so he goes, "Dude, I think it's gonna take 3." So he
He
takes
was
a
the most Polish guy there.
So he takes a third to make a 3rd ring. I'm gonna have a Polish Christmas thing on my wrist.
How the hell is he going to close the bracelet? He's used all the posts.
No, he was gonna do 3 rings and have them all connect.
But there's no way to connect the other 2 rings.
This is fucking cool, dude. I want to make me one of these when you go.
I'm going to get super fat like you.
So I'm like, here, listen here, buddy.
Meanwhile, Courtney
Give
is
him to
standing
me.
there mortified.
Give them to me. Give me 2 of those. And so I put one in, I connect it, and I'm like, see? Now you can just connect these. Put it around my wrist. And
So
he's
then
like,
he takes those 2, he slides the first ring on, hooks it. So I've got 2 rings dangling on my wrist.
and I'm like, dude, you are dumb. Get out of here.
You're not even Pole-ish. You're just Pole.
Lord Steven, King of the Polish.
Yeah. So you took over putting on wristbands for the rest of the night.
And
right?
then he stabbed him with a fucking pitchfork. Posed for a photo.
'Twas
So
his
90
destiny.
years from now, his kid, who's got coffee can fucking forearms, goes, yeah, my grandpa's weren't nearly this thick.
Ah. Fucking.
So I'm 420.
It was a good time at the Polish Fest, though.
Did you get some kielbasa?
Oh, I had some kielbasa. I had some sauerkraut. Ugh,
I like sauerkraut.
I love
You
sauerkraut.
would.
Good.
Had
Yeah, I
a,
like everything.
Name one food that you don't like. There's something wrong with you, man.
I had another thing, too, that was...
Tomatoes.
It was a tomato with cabbage around it.
What the fuck?
It kind of sounds like a blumpkin, but like the name for it is...
I love it.
Okay.
I love
Blumpkin.
Blumpkins.
So, Cody, I have a question
How are you
for
not
you.
at Polish Fest?
As a, so as our
I'm fucking up,
producer,
dude.
Cody,
It wasn't a blumpkin. That's what I thought of.
the last time Sarah went down on you while you were taking a shit, was there a cabbage wrapped tomato
I
involved?
don't want to think about
Because
Sarah like that.
Blumpkin.
That's what his butthole looked like.
A blump.
it's kind of like a blumpkin. No, it's not.
The name reminds you.
Galump? Is it like a galumpki or something?
Yeah,
Galumpki?
Blumpki.
No,
Blumpki.
I think there's a G.
Is it a glee? Is it a G?
I think
Courtney said.
Let's all debate it.
Courtney said, "Let's get a
Googling
glumpki
it.
or something," and I'm like, "A blumpkin." And anyways, it was.
You see how excited Steve got?
He's like, yeah, you're gonna smell my shit.
Dude,
while
I
you're
saw the hottest chick last night at the Polish Fest.
giving a blumpkin.
No, she was just.
Globkey? Globkey? Is that right?
Maybe.
Steve's phone just looked up Blumpkin on the web.
Is it that thing?
Yeah, that's it.
I found
Yeah.
I ate one of
97,000
those.
websites featuring Blumpkin.
Globkey.
Rye bread. It was good. This chick's out on the dance floor and she's wearing this sundress. I mean, you're talking primo Polish jeans here. The blonde hair, dumber than a stump. You could just tell by the look on her face. She was so happy.
There's the Americanized version. Galumpki. It's Galumpki.
Sure.
I'm really focused on this. Sorry. Go ahead.
Which
Carry
is
on.
not, that's not a Blumkey.
No, that's not a
He
Blumpkin.
wants to talk about the sundress. some
Right, okay, go ahead.
Polishness.
All right, I'm sorry.
She's out with this dumb fuck. Narrow-shouldered, fucking, big-necked fucking guy with a. He looked like one of those long, big necks, narrow shoulders, and I'm like, her genetics are fucking dead. That's some good shit. That's good for the next generation right there. Those eggs are primo. And she's dancing with this dumb, goofy bastard with the wide-hipped fucker. He's all out there just dancing with the Polish. They're doing the polka. And Courtney sees her. And because her dress is flying up. Because they're, you ever see a polka? They're into it, man. They're bouncing. The dress kind of bounces too.
Yeah.
And Courtney sees it and she's like, oh my God. She could have wore a little bit more clothes. Oh. And I'm like, looking out there and I'm like, I know, I've been watching it. And she goes, why? And I go, because I got to warn her. if something pops up, the wind blows, I'm going to run right out there and watch her and warn her that came up a little high. So I'm going to stay. You go on and shop. I'm going to stay right here and police this girl dancing. I'm going to watch her all night.
I love how he was actually more descriptive about the dude. So there's this hot chick in his sundress.
He had a dress on.
She's with this dude. It goes down right
Long-legged.
down to the.
Long-legged, generous ass.
Generous. Okay.
Looked like she could feed babies very well. I mean, she was very,
I mean,
very.
let's face it,
there was
I
a
could
meal
feed babies.
At
in
this
the
point,
breast area.
he's not even gay. He's just asexual.
And then blonde hair, long legs. She just not. I couldn't find any hail damage. It was good. I looked it over pretty good.
Do you think Steve just chops his hand off and his wrist grows another human, and that's how he reproduces? Why are your wrists so big? Future Polacks in there.
But I was really worried about who she was choosing to mingle her genetics with. So I was like, man, you can do better, baby. Somebody. I'm not saying it's me. 'cause
As
it's
he's
not.
ignoring his wife, there's Polish guys going, "You could do better, baby." And Courtney's going, "Yeah, I know."
Who's this creep with 4 wristbands?
What's going on with Hammock over
We got it down to 2. We got it down to 2.
It's like a badge of honor. Like he walks through there, Courtney's like knows everybody's looking like, "Yeah, that's my man with 2 wristbands."
She wasn't the strongest guy.
We
there.
got 3 wristbands for the price of 2. He's always giving me the deals.
Did you give your extra wristband to the 9-year-old lady they went let in?
No, I don't break the rules. I don't break the rules, man. I was
Well, if she would have been missing a leg, we know for a fact he wouldn't have done that.
recently found out Courtney's Polish a little bit. We went
Explain
down.
some things.
Last week when I was gone, we were down there visiting her biological father, and we were talking about heritage, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Polish. We're Polish, about half Polish," and I'm like, "Dang!" So
Your wife could feed some babies. At least last I seen her. So I
yeah,
get
but
it.
yeah. But anyways,
Quick question.
All right, we broke him.
Did that looking at the attractive woman dancing, saying she needed to wear more clothes, is that new? Has that developed over time as she has aged? Or would she have said that when she was 22?
The one dancing with the
I'm
brontosaurus.
guessing she would not have said that when she was younger. I'm guessing that's an age. That's a
Comes with age.
comes with age, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing that. I think that's right. I'm trying really putting thought into this. Sorry.
Well, you have kids, you have daughters, and that kind of changes things too. And
I didn't see. You guys know how much of a freaking prude I am. I didn't see anything wrong with this dress.
yeah,
It was pretty short.
I could see that ankle bone. I was like, "What a slut!"
Now I wouldn't want her.
It was- nope.
I do think that's the best.
What
way.
is that? Your upper arm, you filthy whore.
I do think that's the best way.
Best way
keep
to
it
what?
covered.
Yeah, keep it covered. That's why we have all this sexualization now, because we can compare. I mean, if we knew if every car, whether it was a Ferrari or a Pinto, had the same body on it, we wouldn't really be judging. But now we know, like, that's a Ferrari and that's a hatchback.
Only Steve would talk about women and compare them to cars.
Oh, he's probably spent a lot of time in Pintos wishing for Lamborghinis, and that's probably where it came from.
Are you saying Courtney's not a Lamborghini?
Never said that once.
I think you implied it.
I'm pretty sure you were tearing bras off Pintos back in the day. So, and if you were to go back into the whole history of 262 episodes, I'm the one who said the most perverted things about Courtney.
Oh,
So
well, you guys are the most perverted on the show. I take all the flack, but you guys are the offenders. I'm the respectful one.
Would you? Oh yeah. Well, she didn't super chat it, but I think she gets.
What'd she say?
It's part of the story. So, she says, "Would you allow Claire or Katie to wear that dress?"
No. Oh,
Absolutely
that's
not.
different.
Courtney, the only way we can do this correctly is you need to put that dress on, send us some photos, and then we'll let you know.
We will decide.
We will decide.
Wow.
Super chat from Curtis said that's Jason Bourne.
That video had me cracking up. I've never even seen the movie,
Great. That was great.
but I was like, "That's funny."
You've never seen Jason Bourne?
No.
Oh, you'd love it.
Oh, that's good
You would
stuff.
freaking love it, dude.
I love how Corn Boy, who's like a foot and a half taller than I, is like, "That thing is screaming." Fuck you, Corn Boy.
So,
Nobody got a good video of Cody and I though. Sharing one was a magical moment.
I just got a little bit hard.
Just a little bit in your poop.
Got a little bit. So, how much do you weigh?
Less than Brontosaurus man on the dance floor trying to
22.
pollute Polish jeans.
I think it's like 22 stone.
I say we play a game.
Yeah?
I'll try to guess Cody's weight. Whoever guesses it correctly, Cody's got to sit on their lap for the rest of the podcast.
No, within whoever gets closest sits on the lap. If you get it right on, he sits on your face.
Come
here, Cody.
133.
160.
Go ahead, Steve.
Looks like 152 pounder to me.
What did you say?
133.
137.
Oh my God.
No, he's not that small. Because
Take your glasses off,
Get
Trav.
on
You don't want those
Travis's
to get all
face.
foggy.
yeah, but that's not fair. Since Travis has gotten skinnier, he's probably asking him all the time, "How much do you weigh? Think I can fit in your,
I'm trying to get there.
think I can fit in your jeans? Can I borrow your
Yes.
jeans?
Yeah.
I think I could get in your skinny jeans.
Can I wear
tonight."
your jeans?
Well,
Hey,
he at least gets the fart in your mouth.
I so badly at the pool party after Burning Foot, I so badly wanted to put Cody's shirt on. Because he was wearing like one of those little button-ups.
Yeah.
And it just would have been a full-on Chris Farley Tommy Boy moment.
Okay, so I've been excited to tell this story. Something happened to me, or it didn't happen. I made something happen that was stupid. Yesterday at the toy show.
There was a toy show yesterday?
Yeah, I'll start it off by telling my story, and then we can talk about the toy show.
I love it. Great idea.
That's
a
awesome.
great
It's not a
segue.
very.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
No, you're gonna want to hear this,
It's a good one.
and it's not a very long story, so don't worry. This is gonna be great.
It's going to be long.
We are 27
Really long.
minutes in, and you didn't even talk about how hot the chick was in the sundress. You talked about everything around the
I
hot
told you
chick.
guys a lot.
Your
Detail.
fat
Wide,
wrists.
long legs, no hail damage.
Your
generous
fat
ass.
wrists,
How good could it
the
get?
old lady, the brontosaurus she was dancing with, and never anything good.
Anyways,
So,
so at what the hell is it called? Toy Haven.
Toy Haven.
Toy Haven, which is because it was in Grand Haven, but now it's not in Grand Haven. It's in Holland. It's still called Toy Haven. Anyways, I'm at Toy Haven in Travis's booth, setting up. Now, across from Travis's booth, we all know our friend Alexander Deshaw.
Yep.
Has these amazing, cool, badass diorama pieces
Yep.
that he's making, all these fountains and cool shit. and
You
everything.
can put one up if you want. I chatted it to you.
Yeah, it would be help probably tell the story about how badass these things look. And he's got a shit ton of them. Like, I don't know how many he had there. Was it like
50
50?
plus.
Yeah.
50 plus.
Has put in the friggin' time.
Yeah.
Like he's gone full on Stephen Bisciotti hermit to get these done in time. In fact, I walked up to him and his girlfriend Katie, who's an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I was like, so Alex, I just want you to know that I feel like you got all these dioramas done and maybe Katie's been neglected. So if you know, and of course she got red faced and chuckled and he was like, "You got me." So
Fucking predator.
yeah. Like right now I can see how hot your body is, like especially in your wrist. There's so much blood flow.
So, I'm across the way from this beautiful setup that he has. And I look over there and I see it for the first time. Walk in, say hi to Travis, blah, 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 or whatever I said. Look over there and I'm like, boom! Awesome shit for Mythic Legions. In my line of sight, I'm actually looking through a pretty good looking woman.
Who I will now tell you nothing about.
I don't need to. Just trust me. She's pretty good looking. I think I've proven I know what I'm looking for. And so I look across the way, and I see these things. I don't even register that she's there. And I go, holy balls. Now, I'm only 6 feet away from her. And I said it loud enough to where she looked at me like she obviously thought I was talking to her. So I think she thought I looked over and I must have saw her beauty and went, holy balls!
Tractor beam sucked her right
So
in.
she's looking at me like with attention, like, oh, like, you know, she's
Weird.
confused.
Yeah.
What's
What's going on?
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk towards the dioramas, which she is right in the middle of. So I'm like, Steve, look through her, keep looking through her. And I'm walking towards the dioramas, and I thought, it's kind of rude because she's kind of looking at me like she thinks I'm coming up to talk to her, and I don't want to be rude. So I do a very nice gesture, and as I walk past her, I point at her and I go, not you. And continued on to the dioramas. Then I walked up to Alexander Deshaw, and I'm like, that was awkward.
What have I done?
That's so weird.
And I kind of look behind me, and she's still standing there. I haven't said anything to Deshaw yet, which is even more awkward because I just walked up to his table like I was going to talk to him, and now I'm saying nothing. I'm just looking at him and wondering where this chick went. Finally, she walks away. And I said, wow, did I just do something weird?
Wasn't the weirdest thing you did that day, though.
Created an entire new. He's an octard. That's what Steven is. I'm octarded. Sorry, I'm just. Wow. Oh, holy balls! Not you. With a finger gun. Not you.
Easy there. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about these things.
She's like, were my balls showing?
Hey, dry up those panties and get out of my way. I'm looking at toys.
What must she be thinking?
Oh, we know.
Whatever she was thinking, you deserved it.
But Steven, at least she was willing to like talk to you, or we assume that. Not like the girl at the bar at PowerCon that just looked at me and shook her head no. I told that story, didn't I? Yeah. Just shook her head no. And I was like, I just turned my head. I didn't
just looked at you.
I was looking your direction. No.
I'm going to surprise you guys by saying I've been in a lot of these situations over my life.
Just so you know what I did? Fucked your boyfriend.
Oh, man. I remember one time I was at.
This is the Steve story time.
We were going to like
He's making up for last week.
prom or the Christmas dance.
Missed it.
This episode's for Tim Sawyer.
He saw all the compliments on Facebook about my intro, and he's like, that fucking Pete. Coming back
We're going
with
out
his
to
wrist
dinner
of
for
fury.
like Christmas dance. It's like senior year, and I'm with another couple. It's me and my girlfriend and my buddy and his girlfriend. And I start bringing up all this cool stuff that we did last year when we went out to dinner before the Christmas dance.
You skinless chicken breast,
Only to realize
rear naked chokeholds.
that as I'm telling all the fun we had and acting like we were all there, that he was with a different girl.
Ooh.
And you know, freaking teenage girls, they're like fucking upsets him or some shit. I'm like, yeah, he had a life before you. Don't get pissy with me. You're the newcomer here. 3 of us were all here last year.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Notice how I never call you by your name? I don't know it because you're not going to be around long enough for it to matter.
Frankly, I preferred her.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, I bet.
She wouldn't be acting this way if he'd have been talking about you.
So yeah, Toy Haven was pretty cool.
Yeah, why don't we talk about Toy Haven now?
I don't know how we're supposed to follow that.
There was supposed to be a segue, but it kind of...
Oh, we're there. They don't give a fuck. They just want to laugh at me and probably just me.
It's not with you, it's at you.
Oh.
So explain Toy Haven.
I wish Matt was here.
Yeah.
I wish.
I
Matt was
invited
here.
Matt, and
I
he's
so
like,
did I.
that
He
sounds
said-
good. My
he said he
family's
was coming.
gone. Apparently not.
Apparently not.
probably wanted to jack off in every room of the house without nobody being there.
You probably wanted to invite
that
from
sounds
all of us.
tiring.
Well, he could do one session and just walk through every room while he's doing it.
I guess that's true. But I guess it depends on how you want to count it.
Well, that you can do it several different ways. You can start that way. The compilation episode.
I have this new rule that I cannot finish in the room I started.
Tune in for our next Patreon episode where Jeremy and Pete discuss how to properly masturbate in each room of your house.
In one session.
I am not going to participate.
While family's home.
There's some rooms in my house that are off limits.
For masturbation?
Yeah, I don't do it there.
I can see you cuffing the carrot in the furnace room.
Just setting up the tall boys.
Furnace filter looks good.
Yeah. Don't open the door. You'll fuck up the lighting.
Don't come in here!
I'm coming in here, dude. I'm in here. You can't all come in here.
Some rooms just aren't set up for proper seed management. You know, you can't get all willy-nilly with that stuff. It's right in the Bible. Don't spill it on the ground.
As Jeremy's out in the fucking shed in the backyard. Toking and cranking, man. Just getting stoned and getting boned, baby. That's what we do in the woodshed.
Come on in.
Hey, Jeremy, why isn't the lawnmower in the shed? There's not enough room. Well, why? Because my masturbation chair's in there.
Want to join me for a sesh?
Dad, why are you always just sitting in the shed on the lawnmower?
Whacking my weeds, honey.
Jacking it, jack.
We were on a fertilizer. I was whipping up a batch.
Pete, do you want to explain Toy Haven for the, what is this, be the 5th time we've explained it, or do you want to?
Yeah, it's a room full of people selling toys. It's really not that awful complicated. What now?
It was something.
It was fun. I mean, depending on who you are, it was fun. So, full vendor hall.
Huge.
It was nice.
It was. I like the venue change.
Yep,
It was
venue
nice.
change was good.
50, how many vendors?
46.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. People pay for a table, they set up their stuff, then people pay to get in and look at their stuff. It's pretty cut and dry.
$5 tickets at the door, which
Yep.
it's cheap. You know, that's how you get people in.
Kids free.
Yep. What do you think about Labor Day weekend? Think got to get away from it?
Nope, that was an unfortunate oversight.
Yep.
Matthew and I are normally very anti, like you shouldn't do, like, so for instance, there's been 3 weddings this weekend that I know of just around us. My wife's done hair for all 3 of them. I think that's rude as shit. Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July weekend, those are not for you to fucking get married on. I got other shit to do. I got plans.
Right.
So unfortunately, like I said, it was an oversight on our part, due to some date changes and due to another con, all of a sudden coming out of the blue and saying, "Oh, we want to do a con and we're going to do it this day." So, at any rate, it was fun and we had a good time. Matthew does a great job. He's an absolutely great show promoter. He literally did everything.
You
and
went
I
on the news.
I did go on the news. I was amazed at how many people said something to me yesterday about the news. Like just random strangers. You know, I'm assuming it was like like people walking up at the Polish festival to compliment Steve on his wrists. Yeah. But so that was good. Obviously it worked because people saw it.
So let's talk about the fun things.
Usual cast of characters were pretty much all there.
Yeah.
You know.
Talk about the night prior, Peter.
The night prior was not as much fun. We did set up until 8. There was a vendor that showed up at 7:45, like 15 minutes prior to the end of it. And then really didn't have a good show yesterday, which is weird because obviously he was all about preparation. So we closed up at 8 o'clock and we went to Hopcat for dinner, which was lovely. And that was fun. We had a good meal. And we got back to the hotel, and there was a vital piece of my CPAP machine missing.
What piece?
The piece that actually attaches to your face.
Ah, yeah, that doesn't work.
Right, and then
Did
and
you try sucking on the hose?
No, so I thought about
Sticking it up a nostril.
I thought about that. I was like, Jesus, that's got to be the piece that's missing. And then I ran over an inventory of the pieces in my brain, and I was like, none of them can be missing. Like, there's not
No,
every one of those pieces is vital.
Pretty important.
Because you have the machine, you have a power cable, and then you have a hose and a mask.
Being a fellow
And, you know-
CPAPper, a CPAPper aficionado, I've always
Oh,
feared,
see, Poppy.
I've always feared this scenario, but I always thought the piece that I would forget to put in would be the cord.
Yeah.
I always thought it would be the
Because
cord.
because that's stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy. So I've been on CPAP probably 5 years. A long time, right?
What happens if you guys just accidentally randomly take a nap?
I never do. I don't know how he handles it, but I never do.
I didn't for years. Now, every now and again, I will kind of doze on the couch, like we'll watch a movie if I'm tired, but it's seconds. It's nothing. It's not a nap. So let's call it 5 years. There's only been one other time in history that since I've been on CPAP that I've been without my machine, and that was spring break in Frankenmuth with you guys, with the Bashottis and the McCarthys did a fun little adventure. Absolutely miserable because I don't sleep. So I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm just gonna go to bed and I'll be okay. And absolutely not. I couldn't fucking do anything. And I've never had an anxiety attack before. I've never had panic. I've never felt anything like that. I got to think this was like my body would not let me go to sleep. Like I felt like I was crawling out of my skin. It was fucking bizarre.
Weird.
And so finally at 2 a.m., I woke my wife up and I said, I'm going home. I have to. So I left her in the hotel. I drove from Holland back to Whitehall and plugged my machine in and slept for 3 hours and then got up and then went back to Holland for the show. So I was late and tired and but it is what it is.
Worked out.
But yeah,
It's
it pissed me
interesting.
off.
Your body gets to this point where it's not used to just suffocating.
Yeah.
So it doesn't allow you to sleep through it like I used to be able to do.
Yep.
And
I used to be able to at least power through and get shitty sleep, but ever since that machine, so
I don't know if I sleep shittily because I always sleep shittily. Like,
Neither-
I
neither
never
did
have
I.
enough
You should
sleep.
be on a
I have like
CPAP.
4 hours of sleep because
So-
that's what I do.
yeah,
I go to bed at 1 and wake up at 5.
I love my.
I sleep
CPAP.
pretty damn good though. I take naps fucking
My CPAP's my best
wonderfully.
So yeah, it was sucked. But nothing I can do. It's my fault. So I should have just grabbed my beat up mask instead of going, oh hey, since I'm taking this apart, I might as well put my new mask on. And then that was the problem is I set the mask down and folded everything up and so. But yeah, so not fun. $250 for a hotel room that I spent 3 hours and didn't get laid in. So fuck you, DoubleTree. But,
They should have had backup.
3 miserable hours.
well, it's one of those things too where it's like it's not. You can't just go to the store and buy that.
Right.
Unfortunately, especially at 2 a.m. Why Walgreens and the pharmacies like Meijer and I don't know why they don't carry parts and pieces, but I'm assuming that's a part of the bigger machine that is the crookedness of the healthcare system, which we don't need to soapbox
Yeah,
about
just
right
about
now.
everybody.
Correct.
Everybody needs a CPAP now for some reason. It's weird.
Well, not even that. We don't need to have it in stores because everybody needs it. I mean, stores sell dog food. Not everybody has dogs. So,
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
at any rate,
So,
So-
Toy Haven.
Toy Haven. It's a toy show in Holland at Civic Center. I had a lot of fun. So
Good venue. The
Great
venue was
venue.
upgraded.
And it was
the
nice
Yep.
and air conditioned.
Air
too.
conditioned.
air conditioning was spot
That
on.
helped.
nice.
In fact, some people, I don't remember, Wiles' little friend was like, "Hey, can we get the heat turned up in here?" And
Oh,
I said,
Jesus.
"Fuck you! Like, put a hoodie on. I'm not gonna sweat, so you could be comfortable."
No, it was a good
So-
temperature in there.
Yep.
Mhm.
good temperature.
Good steady flow of traffic
Yep.
most of the day.
Nice flooring.
Yeah, carpeted, which was nice. So
Pretty cool.
and from a promotion standpoint, the carpeting was awesome because they roll it out and tape it down, so you've got measurements, every 6 feet, so you can look at when you line up your tables. It's like grid on the floor,
Yeah, perfect.
and that is kind of nice for when you're lining up tables and what have you.
Especially when you
So-
don't bring a tape measure.
Right. I did the news. It wasn't my job to bring a tape measure. So
Definitely not referring to you.
Like, there's got to be a story in there somewhere.
Well, you get there and I, you know, I'm not a pro or anything like that. I don't blame, but Matt's like, yeah, we're gonna start here, and I go, or you know, you got a tape measure, because you know nothing was marked off, and
Yeah.
he's like, Matt's like, oh, I forgot a tape measure, and I'm like, we got to get one of these started, and then
Guess we're
the
all
rest
guessing.
will all just kind of fill in. We just got to get it started. I will tell you, there's one great thing about using Gridwall, because guess what? Gridwall is 2 feet wide. You put 5 of them up. Boom! Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Now you got it set up. Now we're good to go. So moved super, smooth and got rolling. I'm like, you drove a Hummer here and you don't have a tape measure?
no. It was a fucking Hummer truck with 20-inch rock stars on it.
Matt drove that?
Yeah, it's like it's when like being a regular douche isn't enough.
There's no excuse for anybody who drives a Hummer.
Super dude.
How can I take this? Well, first and foremost, it's an H2. Okay, that's not a Hummer.
Oh, yeah, but they
Okay.
call it a Hummer.
I understand what they call it.
All right, rolled up in a Hummer.
Yeah.
You come up in a fucking military Hummer, that's badass.
Right.
You want to drive up in one of these
Right.
fucking unibody pieces of shit? Fuck you.
Right.
I don't know. If
So
it's
hey,
unibody.
you know what we
Probably
should
isn't.
do? We should put a little truck bed on the back of this Hummer that's absolutely useless but looks like a truck,
Jesus
and then
wouldn't
put
drive
20s
a
on
Hummer.
it. So
They look like Jeeps that are built like me, and that nobody wants that.
nobody wants a Steve Jeep.
They're too fucking boxy and fat.
The Lord Jesus
They
would
look
have driven
You
a
gotta
Hummer.
put 2 license plates on the back of it. It's
It's
embarrassing.
stupid.
But at any rate, so Mike Smith, obviously friend of the show, was on last week in place of Steven. Much better in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. Came down to help out, wanted to volunteer, so of course we said yes. He was an amazing help. Matt asked him to put the signs out. You know, the big with the you drive them into the ground. And so Mike's like, okay, do you have a hammer? And he did, and it was like a keychain hammer. So Mike literally drives to Lowe's and buys a little sledgehammer, comes back, puts the signs up, and then goes, hey, donating to the event. Here's a sledgehammer for next time.
So what about quality of vendors? I mean, would we all do some shopping? How'd we feel?
I thought there was a decent variety. There could have been more Pac-Man stuff, but I did find a Pac-Man.
You know
thing,
what?
so
We need
hey.
to just close this show down. You're right. There just wasn't enough Pac-Man.
Yeah. If there would have been more Pac-Man stuff, it would have been an A+ show.
Just not enough.
I
That's
bought-
that's not the venue's fault nor the organizers. That is the vendor's fault. So
Needs more Pac-Man.
needs more fucking Pac-Man.
I
There was
bought
a board game though. So
I bought from 3 different vendors. So
yeah, it was probably about 3 or 4.
ton of if I was still into Marvel Legends, it would have been a great freaking show. There was a ton of Legends vendors there. Yeah.
I felt like the vending was a really nice mix. The only thing I would say that was probably missing would have been like a high-end vintage booth, like some really nice,
Right.
But I mean, what do? I mean, you can't control what people bring.
I did see that some vendors had stuff that was like on shelves, like right now.
Oh,
at
yeah.
stores, which is cool, I guess. If you don't feel like going to the store, you can't find it at your store or whatever. But well, of course, I know what I like vintage crap. So
Yeah.
like the more vintage, the better. So
Did you feel like there was a lot of vintage dealers there?
percentage wise, no. But I thought that the guys who did have vintage had some really great stuff.
Yeah.
So
Tardy's booth was great. Tardy's wasn't there, but
Yep. Brett
Brett
Reed was
was.
representing.
yeah,
for them.
Brett, I got some things from him.
There was an entire booth of like those like anime statue things.
Yeah, those are pretty neat.
Which people
for what
love.
they are, yeah.
They're not for me. But I don't have that at MesquiCon. There was one that had all like higher end like Matchbox cars.
Yep.
They weren't Matchbox, but they were like the fancy ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to him, and he had a pretty good show. Had a couple of buyers come through that spent a decent chunk of money, which
Oh, that's
made the
good.
show for him. But he said to me, he goes, and I said, hey man, how'd everything go? And I like to talk to the vendors to know how it went. I mean, I'm not looking to find out how much money you made because it's none of my damn business, you know. But at
Was
the
it
end of
enough
the
for
day,
them to come back?
exactly, because people came through the door. The show was worth it for Matt and I, right? Everything went really well. Venue was good. Then the vendors were good. We were full. Good flow of traffic. Money at the door. It was good. But you can't recreate that environment if your vendors don't come back. So it is important to us that the vendors do well. So, and I talked to him. He goes, I get it. He goes, I'm the car guy in the middle of action figures, not necessarily. But there was enough people to come through because on the flip side, if you find somebody that's looking for die cast and you're the only guy, that's the bee's knees.
Yeah.
And luckily, he had a couple
He
people
had
come
something
through
unique
that way.
amongst
Exactly.
the sea of
So what
sains.
was the good was also the bad for him, but he had a good show, and that's important. Not everybody had a good show. I mean, Kyle didn't have a good show. He was very open about that, and he always has been. I mean, he sells all the same stuff Travis does for twice the price. I can't figure out what his problem is, but so.
But he's right next door.
But yeah, he's right next door.
He's
So,
great. You can
yeah.
walk, or you can go out look at you can look at that freaking Carnage figure at Kyle's booth, walk around the corner into Travis's booth, and buy it for half as much.
Right.
It's perfect.
So,
We got a super chat.
what is it?
Mini Pete San. Whole village happy to see Mr. Pete on TV.
Gracias, Mini Pete. No,
Um,
wait, he's Asian, isn't he? Not Hispanic. Konnichiwa. Mini Pete-san.
I miss seeing that little fat guy eat things.
I know.
Yep.
I think it's a girl.
I think you're right.
So,
Yeah.
Can't be.
but there was a vendor who will not be returning because he didn't sell well, which is unfortunate. Because I think that year to year the crowd changes enough to where you never know, and plus you never know what you're going to have to sell in a year. I mean, how often is your supply turnover, Trav? You're constantly buying and selling, and
Trying to.
getting stuck with crappy shit and putting it on the giveaway table, and all that fun stuff. So, oh yeah, side note for the donation table, Trav's booth climbed up on there and full on upper deck took a shit all over the donation table. But we got rid of most of it. People were happy. That's all that matters.
Yay.
Love running into those white trash fuckers. So, but he was not happy. Let everybody know in Michigan Toy Traders that he wasn't happy. Totally fine.
which is
if
the
you-
thing to do.
Right. If you're unhappy with my show, make sure you go in my Facebook group and post it. So that's fun. And some people agreed with him and some people disagreed with him. And hey, it is what it is.
I read the
you know?
thread, and the majority, if there were people that agreed with him, like one guy said, yeah, I didn't do so well, but I also didn't bring as much stuff or something like
Well,
that.
he
Like,
said, I didn't do so well, but I also bought a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
there
that
you go,
obviously buying stuff cuts into your profits, and he knew
Sure.
that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
You're on I mean, it is a little toy drama, but I
Go ahead.
You mind if
Bring
I,
it up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. So, Jamie Ray's posted Michigan Toy Traders. Well, guys, I hate to say it, but Toy Haven was a total bust for me. Maybe some guys did good, but I won't be returning to this show again. Okay. I will say, when you read something like this, especially if you have ownership of it, I could understand how that could be. But I will say,
it's very benign. It's not inflammatory. It's not, hey, maybe some guys did good. It wasn't for me. And like I said, it's very respectful.
yeah, he said it was a total bust for me.
But it is.
The mere fact
I
that he
don't
posted
think
it.
that it's a good move. I
think
wouldn't
there's some
do
fire
what he
behind
did,
it.
and here's why I wouldn't do what he did. And I want everybody to take note. I'm a complete asshole, and I wouldn't do what he did. And here's why. I brought my heads there yesterday, right? I sold the least amount of heads I've ever sold, right?
Yep.
I had the least amount of heads I've ever had. I was at a show that was not a Mythic Legions based show, right?
Yep.
And you left early.
And I left early.
And I got there late.
That wasn't
I
an
was there
insult.
for 8 minutes.
That wasn't an insult, but that was, you know what I mean?
No, it's true,
He
though.
lays in.
So for me to get on a group and go out there and be like, guys, I sold the least amount of heads I've ever sold. I ain't going to be back next year. As polite as you could say it, it casts a negative light on the show for others that may not be the overall light of the show.
Yep.
I think the better way to approach it would be for me to say, yeah, I just ain't going to do it next year.
Yeah.
If that's how I feel. But I'm not going to taint it because that was my experience when it might not have been everybody else's experience and kill a show or stab it.
And
or
you're
wound it, or
potentially
hurt
going to
it.
burn some bridges in the process.
And
You
guess
know-
what? Maybe you would have done great at MesquiCon or great at Tulip City, but guess what? Those are both events that are waitlisted, and I decide who gets off the wait list and into the show. And I'm not saying that I'm going to blackball anybody, but if I have 4 vendors that are all new that I don't know, and one of them even potentially was a little bit negative about one of my other shows, why would I pick him of the 4?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes
And
sense.
again, nothing. He was a nice guy, and he was
They're
pleasant.
I visited
but
the booth. He had another buddy with him, I think. They were pretty nice, but they had stuff that I already had and stuff that I didn't care for. So there was He-Man stuff.
I'll send you the picture,
I-
and you can
that
put it
I-
right up on the screen so everybody can see.
I think that's it. Putting the picture of the booth on the screen. I think that definitely helps. I want to read some of these comments. Pete doing what he does. Sorry to hear that. Quite a few vendors were very happy with their sales. If you change your mind, we will be here. Tom, God, I can't.
Guevara.
I hate that. Most stuff was at the eBay buy it now price or higher, and a lot of it was stuff still available in stores.
Yeah.
Lots of people with the same stuff. Okay. Now I will say there is literally. I mean, you're talking. There's probably 6 vendors there that I would say I am very similar with. And I try to do if I know they're going to be at shows, I try to bring different stuff.
Yeah.
I try. If I know these guys, if Kyle's going to be here, if Jason's going to be here, if Bob's going to be here, I will try to bring less Marvel Legends because
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So very very nice setup.
Yep. Nice
Very-
and clean.
Yep, nice and clean, very organized. If you look on the one side, there's some comics on the table, and then there's a few Hot Wheels cars, which Hot Wheels are notorious for not selling great, at least in the Comic-Con world. Grand
Yeah.
Rapids Toy Show, by all means, it's a different type of crowd. There's some comics. I don't know comics enough to know if those are anything important or worth it to anybody. Typically, when you see bins of fodder like that on a table, it's typically very inexpensive stuff, right?
Yep.
There's a couple of Star Wars that looks to be Power of the Force, which you guys have done nothing but shit on those the whole time we've ever been selling.
Since they came out.
There's some wrestling figures that I don't know if they're high dollar or not.
I know one chick had big boobs.
Yep. And then there's some looks to be vintage Motu, but not a lot of weaponry in their hands, which leads me to believe that they're not complete, right?
I think they did have like a complete He-Man or close to complete, but that's about it. Everything
And
else is
then
pretty.
two
standard.
long boxes of comics, so decent little variety, and there was stuff in there for people, but if that wasn't what people were looking for, then
If you don't want
know,
half-naked men or comic books, that's probably not the booth you want to go to.
well, realistically, the 4 of us probably all walked in that booth, and none of us probably bought anything, right?
No, and I told him straight up. I said, "Look, you got some like decent He-Man stuff up here, or whatever, but like I don't need any of it.
Yeah.
Like I need rare stuff."
Yeah.
Right.
So it's hard. Reference to the eBay price. I tell you, I try to price on the low end of eBay, but I don't know what Tom is looking for.
Right.
The stuff Tom might have been looking for might not have been in my booth, and he might have been at other people's booth.
Right.
So I understand when you start talking about prices. Matt jumped in and said, I can't control prices. Hopefully somebody got to buy something. We are putting a survey out to vendors and try to see what we could tighten up. I don't recommend just bringing stuff you can find at stores, but that's just me. I usually wait until it hits clearance, which is kind of what I do now too.
Yeah.
Derek said product demand was definitely different this show, but I'm thankful to say that I had a great show at my booth. Good to see so many familiar faces too.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Carter said, by the sounds of it, it was a great show. Any show could be hit or miss. I've worked both types myself. And then Jamie comes back in and says, yeah, it can be hit or miss, but from my personal experience now, having been part of it, I won't be going back. But good luck to whoever does. It was my first time doing the show, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I do so much better at other shows. I do. That's the way it is. Now, there is also now a slew of people, coming in saying, hey, I had a great show, had a great time. A lot of people saying that kind of stuff. I weighed in and said, I sold well, but I bring a shit ton.
Right.
You can't compare the picture of that guy's booth
To what you had.
to what I had.
Right.
You just can't compare
They're
it.
just different. They're completely different.
And I have learned a long time ago, guess what? If you want to make money, you better do the work and bring in a whole shitload of stuff.
Yep.
Okay? I mean, that's real. If you don't bring the stuff,
half of your booth with stuff I've never seen before.
Which I did try and do that
it
too.
would be
yeah.
really,
Right.
it's really hard for, in the tenure of us doing shows together, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody who's been in your booth more than me. Your middle camps,
Yeah.
your Bill
No, it's
Watsons.
true though.
I
He's
mean,
always got stuff rotating.
right. It's
through
always
it, so.
new stuff. And man, this time he brought a bunch of yard sale garbage. Good for him. You know?
Which I bought.
So Alexander Deshaw's a great example. Okay, he was there with custom made diorama pieces that really are for Mythic Legions esque figures.
Sure.
Okay, Toy Haven was not the place for Alexander Deshaw to vend. In the grand scheme of business plan stuff, right? Why did he do the show? He's a great friend of ours, right? He's just getting into it and made a ton of inventory.
Get your stuff out there.
Get your stuff out there, right?
Tables are probably cheap.
It was $100 for the table.
10 by
okay?
10.
10 by 10
10 by
booth,
10.
right?
Show off.
And it's only a
I
half.
mean, really.
And he did.
Yeah,
He showed
yeah,
off.
big
Yeah.
time, and it's a half hour from his house.
Oh,
all
yeah,
those
why not? I would too.
right? All those things make sense because I like Alex a lot. He's very rapidly becoming one of my best friends.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
I thought he
man.
was good in the
And
beginning. After talking to him,
He's that yodeler on The Price Is Right. He's just kind of up, up and down, and But I told him as a friend, I said, hey man, I said, here's what you're up against. Okay. I said, you first and foremost are new to vending. Okay. So expectations need to be low. I said, secondly, it's very, very niche what you do. And I said, and thirdly, when somebody is upset with one of Travis's price, he goes, okay. And he moves on. He didn't make that. He doesn't have heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears
Right.
into that.
Yeah.
He has no personal connection. Jeremy, you are one of the most sensitive people that I've ever met, which is the worst fucking possible trait for an artist in the history of the world. Okay?
There's a lot of artists.
Because the butt-hurtedness it can be very, very high. Because somebody said, I want this, and then you create this, and you put it out there, and you go, I hope they love it. Okay? And sometimes it doesn't always go well.
Yeah.
Same thing with me. I tell a joke. I'm sorry, that joke was hilarious. The fact that you didn't laugh makes you a dumbass, right? So I said, do not live or die based on how you sell tomorrow, and for those reasons. He goes, dude, I totally get it. I'm here to have a good time, hang out with good people. And I said, I'm glad to hear that. I've seen artists get absolutely crushed over a bad show, and I don't want you to have that to happen to you. He sold 3 pieces, okay? But what's the difference? $75 per.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus $3-5 things or whatever. He had a great time, and he's going to continue to do it. This was a show and tell, and I want to hang out with the guys. I'll throw a little money at it, maybe make a little bit of money, and go from there.
plus little plug,
Hell, dude,
he's going to be at Legion's Con.
that's it.
And that's the place where he's going to kill
Yeah.
it.
He is gonna, dude. He is gonna be running out to his vehicle to get more stock. At
As much as
Legion's
I'm,
Con, you know,
as much as I'm teetering on whether I like him or not, his fucking shit is good,
It is good.
and people are gonna fucking love it at
You
Legion's
gotta at least
Con.
recognize the talent.
And yeah, I mean,
and look at what you've done with your painting. Like
Amazing.
you brought. You're right. You brought stuff in, and we were like, Steve, that is absolutely
piece of
awesome, right? And then 2 years later, you're bringing in stuff, and we're like, oh my God, that thing you painted 2 years ago, did Claire do that with one hand, and she used the retarded cat as a brush, you know? And so you look at what he's doing now on this first big batch. I mean, it's only going to get bigger and better from here. So all different types of vendors, and that's really what these cons are about. And like I said, Mesquite Con, I've always had a very good return rate of vendors. Tulip City has always had a very good return rate. Toy Haven's always had a very good return rate. I'm bummed out that he didn't sell more because I want everybody to sell. But if it's not right for him, it's not right for us. It's not earth shattering. Everybody moves on, and the world keeps spinning. But I do appreciate the fact. There's no reason to do it on social media, in my opinion.
Right.
But he did it. But he was respectful, and he talked about him and his experience, which I thought that was the best way to do it. If you felt compelled enough to do it,
Yeah.
you know.
I think a hard part about this stuff, and I'm by no means a pro or anything like that, but I think expectations is a very hard aspect of this. So you go into a show thinking, I'm going to pay $100 for a booth, and then you're like, okay, so if I pay $100, I need to make this amount of money or whatever it is. From the sounds of it, he's been doing small shows, which sometimes are free to
Right.
set up at. Sometimes it's $25. You know, there isn't always this. So when you go from doing a small show like that, where
When
you
leave
might
the-
have,
you leave the back room of a closed grocery store, and then you come to this.
and you might have been the only guy that had toys at that show or something, and then you come set up at this, and you're set up next to freaking 8-foot cages, and it definitely is a. And so I feel like sometimes that expectation of how well you're gonna do, and and these guys even just selling art, you could do really great at one show, and then the next show, which is a half an hour away, and 2 months, you do crappy.
Dude, friggin' Mesquite Con, Steve's making money hand over fist. He does a Grand Rapids toy show and wants to kill himself.
Right. It's just weird, Sometimes
That was
it
with his
can be-
art, at least.
Sometimes it could be like a very strange thing, and I understand, but I do think, well, this is the future. I mean, people are going to be upset about something or whatever, and well, I'm going to go right on Facebook and
People should-
Everybody's a Yelp reviewer now.
I think
Yep.
I think the wave of the future should be people need a license before they can get on social media.
Ooh.
We train people to drive cars. We train people to do all different sorts of things. I think we need to start putting kids, like through middle school, you got to get your social media license. All right, don't be an asshole. Don't be fucking entitled. Don't fucking spread your feelings to Facebook. Keep it stoic, people, especially you men. You're a bunch of pussies. Don't get on there and fucking bleed like Facebook's your best friend. Call your actual best friend and tell him, oh, my wife's cheating on me. I don't know what to do.
Steven, who do you call?
Huh?
Who do you call?
Who do I call?
Yep, you get home today.
I bury
and
it deep inside.
There's a guy, and the neighbor is on top of Courtney just a sweating. Who's your best friend that you call to tell them that Courtney's
I'll
cheating?
probably call my brother.
Makes sense.
That he's gonna get pissed, and he's gonna get me pissed,
And
we're
you're both gonna
fucking
get
rant and
shirtless like that time at the dunes, and you're gonna handle your business.
rave. That's right.
Helmets or no helmets?
Forgot about that's a great story.
One of your best.
And Courtney, we obviously all know that you would never do that. That was just an example. So
But if you
unless
decide
of
to-
course I was your neighbor. I missed it. What'd you say?
I said, but if you decide to.
If you have any point to start accepting applications,
Yeah, I understand people. I mean, I guarantee there's probably 20% of the vendors there probably didn't do what they wanted to do. I think that's every show. I think that's the reality of how business works. You are either gonna excel or you're not, based on what you're and some people, like Rieger's a great example. Like Bob decides he wants to start doing this. He goes from sharing a booth with 3 dudes, and having a little section, to Bob's got one of the best booths in the place.
Man, he pulled an alpha move yesterday, but I only heard about it. Did you hear about it?
I can only imagine.
I would love to tell the story, but I don't know if I should. Okay, I'll tell the story, but I'm gonna preface that I might have some details wrong. Okay,
Favorite best kind of stories.
Yeah.
as opposed to all my other stories where everything is accurate.
Right on.
to a T.
So some fucking vendor comes up to Bob and his booth, and he's trying to get him to cut him a deal, quite a healthy deal on some product. And he's like, "Hey man, we're friends and blah blah blah. Give me the buddy deal and blah blah blah." Did you hear this story?
Yeah, it didn't actually happen here, but yeah, it happened.
It didn't happen yesterday.
No,
Oh fuck.
but tell it. It's still good.
Okay, so I thought it happened yesterday. So this guy's like, "Hey man, could you just cut me a deal?" And he's kind of being relentless about this whole thing. And Bob's hemming and hawing. Finally, Bob fucking does the coolest fucking move I ever heard. He goes, "Yeah, I'll give you that deal. What's my name?" The guy's like, "Huh? Well, you want the buddy deal?
We're buddies.
What's my fucking name?" The guy's like, well, I see you were. No, what's my name?
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
I'll give you that deal right now. Just tell me my name. And the guy, I don't have anything. Get the fuck out of my booth. I'm not sure he said get the fuck out of my booth, but it seemed cool in the story.
Yeah,
right?
like in the movie adaptation, you would have said, "Get the
That's
fuck
definitely
out of
what
my
it
booth."
said.
Get the fuck out of my booth and don't come in here until you know my name, bitch.
Say my name. Heisenberg, you're goddamn right. Okay, somebody needs to make a fucking GIF with,
Bob.
Bob Rieger's face. You're goddamn.
You got rigged.
You got rigged.
Jesus Christ. It's Jason Bourne. So Trav,
Yeah.
because he's such a stellar host and vendor, guy comes up, fan of the show, says, "Hey, I wanted to meet you. I love the show," and they get talking. And so Trav, he wants some legions, and he's got some stuff to trade. So Trav goes down, and Trav is the trade king, man. Trav knows what's up. So he does a great trade. They both end up getting great stuff. It was awesome, right? So we're out, we're loading stuff. He goes, yeah. He goes, I feel bad. He goes, I bumped into a guy who's a fan of the show, and I wish I would have known that sooner. I would have wanted to chat him up a little bit. I said, yeah, me too. He introduced himself, and I was at the door, and I said, yeah. And I was like, I could tell he was like one of us because he was wearing a Four Horsemen shirt.
Yeah.
And
I
he
talked
goes,
to the guy too. Sold him my head. I
and
think,
Trav
too.
goes, what? So he was wearing a Four Horsemen shirt. You're kidding? No. Like, never even noticed he had a Four Horsemen shirt on. I'm like, dude, you're selling custom Mythic Legions.
Right.
Dude's a fan of the show, comes up, introduces himself. You don't even notice he's got a fucking Horseman shirt on.
I didn't either.
You
I
didn't
talked to
notice it either?
I didn't notice until he said I'm a fan of the show, and then I noticed. Oh,
Right.
but that's fucking obvious. You're wearing a Four Horsemen shirt.
Right.
I felt like a piece of shit.
Nice dude.
'Cause
Very
I-
nice dude.
Almost as bad as I feel right now, not being able to remember his name.
Cody. Pretty sure
Yes.
it's Cody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was at the booth
I was just going
numerous
to call him
times.
Redbeard, like a pirate.
He was at the booth numerous times looking at Legions, and I hate to say it because of that show being all. I mean,
A lot of tire kickers.
well, not just a lot of a lot of our
Yeah.
buddies. Like there was like it was. I was standing talking with friends
Yeah.
the whole
day.
fucking show.
Yep.
I mean, literally the whole show. And so I just was a shitty vendor, and literally this dude's looking at Mythic Legions, which is my favorite thing to talk about in my fucking booth.
Well, it's the same thing as me. He come up looking at my heads.
Yeah.
And there's certain people that when they come up and look at my heads, I know they may be interested.
Yeah.
Scott Wiles,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
there's just certain people that
Have you ever been around Scott Wiles and him not bought a head from you?
I don't think he bought one yesterday. Might
Really?
be the first time.
And he's never not bought
But-
Mythic Legions from you, ever.
No.
So
I don't think he did. But I had a shitty inventory, and also he's bought so many heads from me.
You didn't have a
he probably
have a
had
shitty inventory. You had a less quantity.
less
but
quantity.
they weren't
yes.
shitty.
But by
the
that
one
time, Scott, he may have everything I had on my rack
Yeah,
already.
and he just saw that rack at PowerCon. There probably was
Yeah,
nothing.
he was just there.
Yeah,
He spent
Yeah.
$250
yeah.
bucks or
There really
whatever. I
probably
can't
was nothing
remember.
new on there.
Yeah, and he did I think help me make a sale though, and it might have been to that Cody because he's like, I have that. No, I think it was Alexander. I have that head, and he was like, he's pitching it for me. So thanks, Scott.
He's the pitcher, you're the catcher.
I'm always the catcher. No,
That's one of the great things about knowing all
I
these
shouldn't
people.
have said that.
That's a soundbite of
Let's just move on.
But that's what's great about these shows, right? You know each other, you know what each other has. You can bounce people. Oh, I don't have that, but hey, go see this person.
Yep.
And and that's the great thing is like Kyle's booth is like the store, and then Travis is like Amazon. They go into Kyle's booth, find out what they like. Oh, that figure's really cool. Then they walk over to Travis's booth and buy it. Just like you walk into Target, make a list, and you walk out and buy it all on it from Amazon in the parking lot. So
But my point is, a lot of people walk into my head rack, they bend over, they look at them, and they go, "Oh, those are cool." They have no idea what they're for,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they move on. So when I see somebody I don't know at this show, now if it was at a different show, if it was at a Mythic Legion centric show,
You would have been a little bit
it would
more.
have been
in the-
different.
Yeah.
but-
Right.
So then when Cody introduced himself to me and everything, it was like, "Oh, this is real, cool."
Yeah. Yeah.
Friend of the show.
is
blah,
he
blah.
on the chat today? Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't know if he's
I don't see a Cody.
if
on
he's,
here.
but I can tell you what he is probably not impressed.
If he's a fan of ours, though, he knew goddamn well we weren't going to do this. Right? You know what I mean? A real fan has zero. A real fan has zero expectation of us.
Yeah, we're not acting. We're really stupid.
Really dumb.
But I will tell you that
dang.
Toy Haven is the show that I'm most surprised to find out there's a fan of the podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just not. It's not that deal. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun, hung out with buddies. Like I said, I did well for what my expectation was going into this, and And it's like I always tell people, I'm making money selling toys and hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Like,
And when you have Bulls money,
seriously.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's pretty much the
You know.
the way to go. It's fun.
yeah.
He's
It's
like,
exciting.
he goes, I drove my new vehicle home. I packed my trailer full of toys. I got out. I swam in my pool. I was like, fuck it.
I literally saw Travis shopping yesterday, and he actually was asked for about a product, and the guy said, he says, "Is that $70?" The guy said, "No, it's 90." And Travis said, "Good, I need to get rid of some of this cash."
Travis is the only guy I know that they literally ship him a fresh meal every time he eats. Like, that's... I mean, that's stupid money, right? So,
Oh, okay. Sith Under Oath
Sith Under Oath
Collector is
Collector.
Cody. There we go.
see, Cody, this is totally your fault because you don't use your real name. I've been ranting and raving about Under Oath Collect. This guy is so cool, but I didn't even make the connection. It's on you, Redbeard. So no, dude, it's always fun to meet somebody in the circle, and like I said, sorry, we're terrible human beings.
Terrible human beings.
I thought he did pretty good.
Oh, we missed.
He
that
said
chat.
awesome
Yeah,
meeting
he
you
said
Oh,
it earlier.
yeah, we're
We missed. We
like
don't
I
have
said,
every chat
terrible.
read.
terrible.
That's what Cody's for. This Cody, our Cody.
Yeah, they're literally chatting. They're literally chatting at us, and we're like, yeah, we're not gonna fucking pay any.
Yeah, if you guys aren't paying us, we're not going to read your fucking comments. So.
Oh, crazy. So we have officially not gotten to any segments of the show here at an hour and 16
Yes,
minutes.
we
in.
did. That was the hey, how you doing?
That was most people's favorite part.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
That's the part that Travis hated in the beginning.
That was my favorite
I
part.
just want to get straight to toys. Now he's like, I don't want to talk about toys.
For news.
Rush to go home.
It's so cute when Cody
I
tries to
look
push
over.
us along.
I look over and he says, "Okay, toy news," and he goes 3.
What do we got for toy
We
news?
got some toy news.
Hey, I'm in the market for a Stretch Armstrong ×2. So
You
Wow, you
honestly
need-
are
you need
looking
to tie
for
one
a
around
stretch
my
arm?
I want a nice one, and
That was a good joke.
to give Todd chance on them because he always talks about Stretch Armstrong every time I'm on the news, and I want to bring him a Stretch Armstrong as a gift. But I also want a shitty one that I can cut open and fill a Ziploc bag with the insides, so I can give him that too.
Yes.
So if you got a shitty Stretch Armstrong laying around, I'm interested.
Or a good one.
Yeah, Oregon.
All right. So first off, on Mo Tuesday, which very clever name there, Mattel.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
That's why everybody else is like puts it in front of their name. Like, hey, Mo2 Pete, how are you doing?
I think you should change your name to Mo 2 Pete.
I've threatened it before.
Never talk about
Never-
Mo.
never-
Just
that'd be
shit all
any
over
of the Mo2
He-Man.
groups. That would actually be pretty funny.
Mo 2 Pete. Mo
Hey,
2.
Mo Too Good for That Crap is on the show today.
God damn it! I want to kill myself. Trigger warning. He-Man, heroic defender of Eternia, from Masterverse. This is the 1987 motion picture Mattel version of He-Man.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this for years.
Mo 2 Pete, what do you think?
I've got a hole in my shelf that has been waiting to be filled with this masterpiece.
I got a hole.
Why does it look like Sam Jones?
Who's Sam Jones?
I can guess.
Flash Gordon.
I can guess not why it looks like Sam Jones, but I can guess why it doesn't look like Dolph
Dolph?
Lundgren. I'm assuming not much has changed since Super 7 did these. Is it Rob Stout? What's
Ugh.
William Stout?
Williams, yeah.
Looks like cerebral palsy Ric Flair.
It looks like David Bowie, kind of.
That's too fat for David Bowie.
The head? Just the head?
You ever watched the video of
What do you
him,
think?
Afraid of America.
the dancing in
Will
the
he not
streets
sign
video
off on
with
it?
no
Yeah.
music?
It's not that.
It's so good.
just-
Just their noises.
Oh, so.
Well,
freaking
the
brilliant.
reason that we didn't get these figures, these movie He-Man, movie Skeletor, for so long is because Mattel had a beef. Mattel and the people who own the movie rights had a beef with each other, right? When Super 7 took over the brand,
God bless you, Super 7.
Super 7 was able to deal with
Smooth it out.
But they never got the movie deals. They got the rights to the William Stout collection, which the William Stout was the executive producer, I believe, of the movie. He had a bunch of art and a bunch of design work that he had did somehow he had the rights to it. They were able to buy that design work, but they never had the rights to the actual movie, so they could never make it look like Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
So the Super 7 ones that are sculpted by the Four Horsemen, that in my opinion are superior to these,
Of course.
still don't look exactly like Dolph Lundgren. Okay, so but they were able to get those rights. Now I'm assuming when Mattel took the rights back, and this is a lot of assuming here, I'm assuming that those rights came with it. So Mattel ends up with these rights that they were never ever supposed to have because the movie people hated them, and now they can do it. So now they're capitalizing, but they still got to stay away from that fucking likeness of Dolph Lundgren. That's my guess. Jeremy, you think I'm right? You think I'm on the trail?
I don't think you're too far off. That's for sure. I think there was some artwork that was done of Dolph and stuff like that, or similar to Dolph, and I think maybe they could use that as a basis. And this, I have no ground at all. This is just me guessing.
It could just be that they
It's based on some facts
Yeah.
and putting pieces together.
Right. Curtis Ackerman, super chat. He says it looks like a damn primate. He does look kind of funky. He's got some.
It might be,
lips.
and it might be better when you get it in hand
Could be.
anyway.
It always is.
Welcome, Travis Bowles, to the middle of the fence. Let's ride that bitch right now.
I don't know. I think I like to be optimistic. It's
Yeah,
not-
dude.
It's
that
not fence
glass
riding.
half full, baby.
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy that figure?
Hell no.
Here's my opinion, though,
Oh, great! Here we go.
on this figure. I think it's a great thing because a lot of people, I hear a lot of people that never got their hands on
Yeah,
that
they
Super
missed
7
out on
one.
And you
Super
know what that
7
one's
ones.
going for now?
A lot.
A lot. A whole
And-
lot.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes,
much for
it
me
is.
finding his fucking boot knife.
Like 100 to 150 bucks probably.
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah, so a lot of people are not going to be able to get themselves the Super 7 one. So this is an opportunity to put this in their collection. Is it is it as good as the Super 7 one? Probably not.
But
I
if
don't
you like
think so.
Origins,
But it looks good. Like if
But
we
it's
didn't,
still pretty cool.
if we didn't have the Super 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is for Masterverse, so it makes me wonder if they will do an Origins version eventually.
I always love how you guys are.
Masterverse.
Yeah.
I always love how you guys justify something being good enough by, oh yeah, if I didn't have this better one, I would love this one.
You got
That's
you got
not
to
really
inside. We're like, we already have the superior one, but we want other people to feel optimistic.
That's cute.
Skeletor looks cool.
Then we have Skeletor, which, if you don't compare him to the Super 7 one, he looks badass.
Yeah.
But regardless, he still looks badass.
Looks like he's
but-
got great Undertaker boots on in that picture.
Yeah, maybe.
Or like,
The-
Oh really? And it's what are 20 bucks? 25 bucks? What are these?
Probably like 35. I would
Oh, they
think,
are that
somewhere
much?
around there.
Okay. I thought Masterverse stuff was cheap.
Oh no, Travis totally changed his mind. He hopes nobody gets them because that's a ridiculous.
is it going to be that
Way
expensive?
too expensive.
Jeremy?
I'm
Are
assuming.
these going to be in stores?
Well, this
We
is a
don't know.
pre-order, I
We don't
think.
know much about it. All they did is just show
Because
us
that's not how much they
pictures.
are in stores, are they, per figure? They're not $35, are they?
Some deluxe versions, yeah. The She-Ra and the Hordak that I got were
Boom.
$35 each.
So you think these are going to be deluxe? You're guessing.
I would hope so. I would like to see them throw some things in there that would make it worth being a deluxe figure. Hard to tell. Maybe it'll be a 2-pack. We just don't know, folks.
Anyways, cool.
So there you go. Some He-Man and Skeletor. Next, Hiya Toys. The ones that have little RoboCop figures and whatnot. They have decided that they're getting into the G.I. Joe game.
Do it.
So
I don't know why. What size are these?
These
Little.
are 1/18 scale, so they're about 4 inches tall. 17 points of articulation. And they will not be holding back on accessories or detail. His arsenal will include swappable hands, a silent submachine gun, a pistol, a knife, a sword with a sheath, a backpack, and a terrain base.
Legs look a little thin to me.
There's one reason I buy this.
Resale.
Wow, no.
Because
I
they
mean,
go great with Mythic Legions.
if you're gonna have like a masterpiece, which maybe not isn't even big enough, Optimus Prime, and you want to do that cool like crossover shelf, and you're gonna have Snake Eyes up on his shoulder or something like that, I think that works.
Lots of detail in this
But
little
4
figure.
inches, it's the same size as the Hasbro ones.
Yeah.
You can already do that.
I think it's a little bit smaller actually.
Is it?
I'd have to see
Yeah, 'cause
again.
I
But
thought like the Hasbros were a little over 4.
I think these
But-
Hiya Toys things are smaller even.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I mean, that's what I would do. Jump right back into 4-inch. I mean, because
105 millimeters.
That's
for those of
selling.
you who
selling really well.
don't know what inches are. I don't know. Lots of detail in it. I don't know a shit ton about the differences between all these different versions of Snake Eyes that have been coming out, but lucky you, G.I. Joe fans, you have some choices.
We got 25 plus viewers in. Is anybody buying this?
What did you just? How many millimeters did you just say?
105.
That's 6 inches. Right? 105 millimeters. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, I did 155. So 10.5 centimeters divided by 2.54 inches. 4.13.
There you go. Set to be priced at $20 for a Q1 2023 release. Pre-orders are not live yet, but they will be soon.
This is a big skip for me.
Big skip.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's super sharp. I think it looks great. I have no interest in going in smaller scale anymore.
It's right.
What happened to licenses? Nobody could get anything forever. Now everybody has everything.
Yeah,
No,
no,
How
I
does
man.
that
know.
work?
flooding it.
Masters and G.I. Joe was not out there. You couldn't get out there. You couldn't break that
Yep.
seal to get the license. And now
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Now they're
it's
flooding
spreading
it.
its seed.
Yep.
Now you
Well, let's be honest. It's
we're breaking seals and spreading seeds, baby.
So we talk about we have this fear. We have a fear that the recession's coming, right? We're afraid of that. Right?
What kind of recession?
Financial recession. We have
Like
concerns of that.
specifically to
I said-
toys.
No,
the
to
wor-
life.
To life.
To life.
I say bring it on. These
Yes.
kids need to see hard times.
So with that said,
These adults don't.
yeah, I'm looking at I have this, but people are still just spending money like crazy on toys.
Oh yeah.
What if that's the new currency during the newest Great Depression?
Yeah. So I look at this and go, man, I feel like these toy companies are just right now they're trying to get what they can, and I don't blame them.
God, you know that scene in Schindler's List when they're in the church?
No, because I've never seen.
I've never seen it either.
And
I
they're,
just watched Shawshank Redemption. For the
they're
first time
doing
today.
deals with pots and pans because the shit's so bad. They're going to church. They're pretending to be in church but they're not. They're actually doing like deals in there. I'd like to see that re-edited where they're actually like trading action figures. That'd be funny with this serious thing. And they're like, "You have a version 2 Snake Eyes? Meet me at such and such a place."
I got a soft head, Leo.
So stupid.
Oh, what the hell's that ugly ass thing?
We got some Super 7 Bruce Lee.
Ugh.
Not your cup of tea there, huh?
How many people really want a Bruce Lee action figure?
I
Well,
have
I
the
already
best
have
Bruce.
one.
Yes, I have the
I
best Bruce
understand that,
Lee
but
figure.
how many people?
Figures.
I have the
Figures was
Freddie
really great.
Mercury one, but how many people really want a Freddie
No.
Mercury?
I don't think those are
No.
ugly. I just don't need it. But
Yeah.
a big Bruce Lee fan would. So
Yep, there's 2 different versions. You have the fighter version where he's got the claw marks across the stomach and chest and face, and then the contender version where he's dressed a little more modestly. One comes with a bunch of nunchucks and hands and 2 heads, and the other one comes with a bag and some nunchucks. $55 each. If you are a Bruce Lee fan, I'm sure this is kind of neat, but I'm kind of like, yeah, he was cool, but I don't think I need anything by him. What you got there, Travis? In hand.
I have the in-hand SH figure arts Bruce Lee. And I will tell you, like, when you start to talk about articulation and being able to put them in cool poses and amazing accessories, like I
gotta say, the face on this guy is pretty badass too.
yeah,
Although
It is.
scale-wise,
and
he
I-
is a little.
and I'm
That
not trying
face
to.
is good,
I'm
too.
not trying to shit on Super Sevens by any means. But I'm like I have it, the one I want. I have it.
I don't. Nobody army builds Bruce Lee,
No, I
in my
agree on
opinion.
that. That's probably very true.
and Bruce Lee fans aren't nearly as dumb as Motu, where they'll just buy the same thing repeatedly every year.
They might.
Reference at Snake Eyes. Jesse's out. Maverick is out. Nate is out.
You know what? I had a feeling Maverick would be out soon. His mannerisms at PowerCon, I thought that was coming. So
Jim is out. And Jim's a hardcore G.I. Joe guy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. But I get it. That's what we're doing. Like, we're just pumping out figures.
Yeah, well, it's good to have options.
Yeah, very true. And that figure, I have no idea what that is right now. I mean, he might be $150.
Right.
So you'll be able to get the Super 7 one for much cheaper. True.
Yeah, I don't know. That Freddie Mercury jumped. I don't know if he jumped. If this figure here jumped with it.
I think that Freddie Mercury, too, like the Queen movie came out
Scott,
afterwards.
We got a super chat from Scott. Did you read that? Nate, Maverick, and myself will not be buying.
Yeah.
I always wanted to make a meme with my Freddie Mercury figure because I don't know if you guys remember, but he sits in the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
That figure, and like it's one of those you can be cool, but you'll never be as cool as Freddie Mercury sitting in the Iron Throne. Cool, and I should have done that, and I didn't.
You should have.
But I'm
Fuck
lazy
that
and
up.
stupid.
Where's that figure now?
Holy Jesus.
Same place as all my
Check
other
out
figures.
this fat daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Tweeter?
Tweeterhead. Distribution by Sideshow, of course.
Hey, viewers, what did you think about the interview I did with Tweeterhead? Oh, you didn't see it? Oh,
Or that NECA one, or
Did Nate do the art on this or something like that for the box? Or because I could have swore Nate shared something
Nate
and
was
said,
involved. I think he helped with the design, didn't he, of the actual thing? I'm not sure.
I know nothing. So
this is beautiful.
Yeah,
this is my trap job, by
this
the way.
is a 1/5 scale maquette from Tweeterhead, part of the Masters of the Universe Legends collection. They call him a cyborg, which makes total sense, but I just never thought about it. This trap job measures 20 inches tall, stands atop a Snake Mountain themed base with his signature maroon helmet, powerful jaw, and his multi-purpose arms for the battles ahead. Comes with 2 swap-out portraits, along with a swap-out modernized blaster weapon and reinvented hook arm. Add another Eternia Warrior to your collection with the trap job maquette.
You know who's going crazy over this?
People with $659.99.
Holy shit.
That's normal. It's not bad for these things.
Holy shit.
Coming out
you're
fourth
not buying
quarter.
an action figure, you're buying art, man.
Yeah, I get
true.
it. And I know it's this tall.
Yeah.
I mean,
But specifically, you know who's going crazy over this?
No, just
Who?
tell us. We're sick of guessing.
Emil. He's a trap jock.
Oh, yeah.
Collect everything trap jock.
it's beautiful.
I didn't know that about you.
I will say, too, I
Maybe
was
you should get
never...
to know Emil.
I liked Trapjaw, but I wasn't a huge... The 2000X,
Yeah.
it was
Updated
just
version, yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and
I
this,
think this has a feel of that.
yeah, for sure.
I do, too.
It's really, really good looking. Comes out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, look at the 2 different heads.
Which head do you like better?
I'm a
Jeremy?
left head for sure.
God, that's hard. I'm.
Well,
I
right
love-
is the classic.
Right, the classic look is on the right with the little loop and everything, but
I like the right.
yeah,
No, absolutely not.
the one on the left
Yes.
looks badass. If
You
it
know
was
what
the
I-
only choice you had,
If I could tell you, if the people that display the right head are the same people that display Wolverine with his claws not popped. Stupid idiots.
Maybe he's eating. It's hard to eat with your fucking claws going through your skull.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's the same. You get pissed off because when all the Mandalorians take their helmet off to eat, you're like, they should never take their helmet off.
Trevor said that Nate did help with the design.
Okay.
That's awesome. So
Nate's
cool.
a pretty talented dude.
Yeah, he is. Thank you, Trevor, for the info.
very, very cool.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, $660.
What's the $66 for? So 10% non-refundable.
Yep. So
Cody,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you put on this the camera here? I know we already did this one, but Steve posted it.
Totally in.
I'm not trying to go back here.
But I'm not trying to go back, but well, I'm definitely going
Well,
back.
back we go.
Come on. That's the one.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet.
That's the Bruce.
I would like to see what kind of positions they can get
Do out
the
there.
Super 7 in, but
Not this.
probably not like that. No, they're a little bulkier. What else? Look at this Sectars, baby.
Sectars. What are we looking at
Nacelle
here?
Company is coming through. They just did the RoboForce thing. I think they got I don't know if they're doing the Silverhawks thing or something.
I
don't know.
saw
I
this
don't know
the other
things.
day in Boonstra's backpack.
It's true. This is the first assortment of Sectars. They're available to pre-order from Nacelle Company, Dargon and Stellara. inspired by the classic Sectars toy line,
Are
including
these the same ones that already came out? Different company, different scale? What's going on here?
Yes. All the
including
above, I believe.
retro style card backs.
Question: Do you even want a Sectars without the mount?
No, you gotta have the mount at some point.
I would never want one without the mount.
If-
Ever.
I mean, at this current point, my vintage collection of them does not have the mount, but that's only because I haven't gotten one.
Yeah.
With this, I feel like they should be offered at least very soon.
Yeah, like I would be
Next
like,
round, like give me a.
I'd be
freaking
showing a
vehicle or-
drawing. These
Yeah.
are coming at some point. You know.
They don't look. At least Dargon doesn't look a lot different from his vintage counterpart, whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot earlier, and now my brain is spent. They're between 6 and 7 inches tall, 13 points of articulation. That's a lot different than the vintage, since they only have like 6. Figures include a sword, a shield, a blaster, and a holster. They're going to be $40 each, and they are for release in spring 2023. You can pre-order them directly from Nacelle store, which is kind of weird because like the packaging that they show doesn't. It just shows like mock-ups of figures in there, but I guess they're showing us pictures of the figures. So, but still pretty cool. It totally looks vintage. So, if you were into Sectars, there you go. And I liked them.
No attachment for me.
Makes sense.
I think a little too old for you probably.
That's around the same time as with the Visionaries.
Yeah, Visionaries and
hologram chest?
Supernaturals.
Yeah,
They had the
I
same
remember
type of
having
stuff.
the Visionaries and stuff, but I don't ever remember having Sectars.
Yeah, I had the big spider vehicle, whatever mount with the flappy wings. You put your hand in there. It's like a puppet. That's big and furry and
Yeah.
sweet.
They were fun when you were a kid.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Next we have Gore the God Butcher action figure from Hasbro, $30. He is more like the comic version, of course. This is not the movie version. 6-inch figure, and it recreates the God Butcher's fearsome visage from his premiere appearance in Marvel Comics' Thor: God of Thunder. Comes with 2 accessories, including an alternate head and hand, should you feel like separating the villain from his legendary Necro sword. So there you go. Pre-order's already available right now on Amazon exclusively.
Travis, you got to have this in your collection, right?
You know, when I first saw the picture of it, I was like, "That's Gore. That's my God Butcher." Then I saw the price, and I was kind of like, "What the man? How is it jumped that much?" So I'm kind of leaning towards wait and try and get it cheaper. But I do agree with you. If I'm gonna have a Marvel Legends villain shelf, Gore is a character I want on there for sure. And this is a beautiful representation.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
His head looks awesome.
It looks awesome. I just wish they would. I don't know.
What? Finish your
Legions has
sentence.
got me spoiled because
Oh, yeah.
all I see is thigh cuts and articulation points, and yeah.
So should we just have the Horsemen sculpt everything we
Yes.
collect now?
Or you should have other companies take I don't know, figure out creative ways to do things.
There are
like
still
they
people out
do.
there that aren't hiring the Horsemen to sculpt. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I just, man, if you're gonna charge that,
What's the price on it, Trev?
I think it's $35. Is that?
I think it was 40 maybe? 30, 40? I don't remember what I
Is
said.
it supposed to be a deluxe or
Yes.
It's $30. $30.
so
October.
$6 more than a regular Legend, and you're balking $6?
Yeah, but I could pay $7 more and get a Mythic Legion.
Not
You
a Gore.
No, true, but I could have a buddy make a pretty cool ass Mythic Legion Gore too.
Yeah, for 150.
No, they don't charge me that. They might charge you that, but
Not
They just
me.
don't do it.
And then the last picture.
Middle Camp just flat out tells me no now.
The last picture I have here is, so everybody's doing this AI thing lately, where they're just typing in random shit and then awesome pictures end up coming out of it.
This makes
Which
my
is-
heart so happy.
Which is great for bands who need album covers. but somebody made Chris Farley as the Joker,
And it's so goddamn good.
and it's beautiful. And I'm really thinking that this may need to be like a Pete Halloween costume.
Oh god, that would be so good.
Talking with, like, using Joker's phrases, but like, you know, using Chris Farley's voice,
Mannerisms.
and mannerisms, and
Oh, you'd be such a sweaty mess.
yeah, look at could you imagine Pete painted like that? Imagine Pete fucking you tainted like that, or painted like that, and tainted.
Jeremy, you've gone too far.
I am erect right now. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
See where are they? And then yeah. Oh fuck. Anyway,
Wow.
so that's not toy news, but I just
So what we
thought
need
it
to
fit in
do
there.
is we need to rewrite that scene in Tommy Boy when he's trying to sell brake pads, but make it like Joker-esque. you know?
Yeah. See.
The other guy's brake pads.
I just watched Dark Side of Comedy, Chris Farley episode. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Dude, his autobiography is one of the best books I've ever read. It was written by his brothers. It featured a bunch of it was good, man. Sad as hell, but good.
That's it for your turn.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Yep.
Last but not least, if you're watching live, you got time. Obviously, if you're listening, you're probably not gonna get in on this, but today is the last day for the pre-order for the All-Stars 5 series. Individual figures are available for pre-order at $37 each. Boreas is $55. First ever Mythic Legion head pack is $30. You want the all-in, you pretty much get a figure for free. Real quick, one option here. You get to pick. You only get one figure from this wave. Who you ordering? And there is the pictures of them here. There should be 2 pictures.
It's the Hooded Ranger, hands down.
I knew that was going to be your answer, Pete. Pete's going to go with Dubon.
Dubon.
I'm going to go Dubon because it's the easiest name to say. No, I'm not doing Dubon. Cody, you said Dubon too? Is that your choice?
What's the top right one?
That is Azar.
I probably have to go with him because it reminds me of Emil.
You
We
go-
may call him a meal, but that bitch is a snack.
Can you go back to the other page? Steven, what do you got? Who you got?
I don't know. It's a hard one. So since you guys are all saying Dubon, I'm gonna say the Xylernian guard person, which I'm not seeing right there.
Can you go back
Right.
to the other page? Yeah, it's on the other page. I know. I'm sorry. I know I did that to you. I am also going to go with Steven on this. I'm going to go with that guard as well. A lot of cool options. And
I love Dubon. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love all of them.
But you know, it's weird.
We're Mythic Legions cucks, of course we do.
I think
Yeah.
I've got enough Mythic Legions. I'm just gonna pass on this whole wave. I think.
There you go.
Xenothon actually is probably
Nobody
my
even-
least favorite.
Thinks for a second I'm telling the truth. You just move on.
Yeah. Yep.
Xenothon is my least favorite, but then
You've been talking too much shit for too long.
Yeah. Then I've been seeing people doing the stone orc, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. Yep. I mean,
Sucks when you want everything.
It does. I don't care for Stratos, but yeah, you just go all in. And we've said it. I mean, Pete's famous for it. You know, you should have bought 2. You got to go all in on this a couple times. I mean, what the heck? It's only gonna be like, I don't know, $800.
Yeah, right. That ain't shit, especially with the recession starting. Right?
Yeah. Get in on this.
Get them fucking toys,
I don't think
bitches.
it's that expensive. Though.
It's not that expensive, but still, you know,
Do it.
do it. You definitely should do it, without a doubt.
I don't know. I say do it because I've pretty much bought the last 8 waves and not paid a dime. So
It's been great. So, with that said, I think that does then move us on to the toy drama. And what do you know? It is also in the Mythic Legions realm.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go. I just feel like this is one of those things that we have to discuss, even though it goes down some pretty dark roads.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Dark
Yeah,
Roads.
some
There
dark
we go.
roads here.
Dark.
So I got alerted to this at some point, and it was probably the 3rd post that was posted about this. Okay, and Randy Hogue posts in Mythic Legions Cabal, why did this post get pulled? And he has a screenshot of Eddie Peter is with David Bond, And it says, got my order from merlintoystore.com. Dave Bond is the man. Thank you, sir. And it is 3 deluxe Legion builders that, were not supposed to be released yet. People are still getting their orders. If you're not understanding what this drama is about, people are still getting their orders directly from the Horsemen. Retailers are not supposed to deliver these until a certain release date, and obviously that date has not come yet. So, why did this post get pulled? It seems in the spirit of transparency, someone would explain to all the pre-orderers why retailers are getting their figures before us. This is the official group of the Four Horsemen, correct?
Because you spent $300 and they spent $5,000. That's why you're less important.
Which
Best recognized.
I don't even think that's really it, though.
No, it's not. It's me being an asshole.
I think that they've got a fucking limited amount of space with a bunch of product in it, and they got to get it out.
All I know is that as soon as this went down, the first thing I did was I called the Horsemen and I fucking tattletaled on Dave Bond. So,
was the second post pulled by the OP or by the admins? ? Not a very good look and something in my professional
Oh, shit.
what makes him professional?
Professional?
opinion
What's
should
yeah, what is he a professional at?
should be addressed by the
Maybe he just has
organization
an opinion about professional things.
rather than being swept away. My 2 cents, anyway.
Being the official Four Horsemen Facebook group, it is not controlled by the Four Horsemen, so you thinking that automatically makes you not that professional.
Randy Hogue goes on to say, this situation would have been avoided if retailers received their figures last after all the loyal fans. Now it seems like someone is doing damage control by either removing or having the posts removed.
No, this would have been avoided had Dave Bond not broken the rules.
Justin Aquilia says, Randy Hogue, perhaps some retailers are getting direct shipments from the factory. I know Big Bad Toy Store gets their product this way from other manufacturers. And then Justin also said, I think the reason why the retailers are getting product now before all direct orders has been shipped is simply because Four Horsemen's warehouse is packed and they need room. Mm-hmm. Walter Eggett said it was asked to be removed so it can be dealt with internally. So here Walter gets in and is starting to do damage control on this post. What's up, Pete?
I just got called out by a listener.
Really?
Yeah. Just got a text that said, pay attention to the show, not your phone. And along with it was an attention-grabbing photo of a friend of his. So, sorry about that, my ginger. But I do that when we start talking about Motu, and that got a little deep. So, I'm back.
Randy says, Walter Eggett, sorry for my candor, but seems like something that fans should see and see the company change direction.
Because one person's upset.
I've worked in retail.
Here we go.
In Steve's professional opinion.
I have a professional opinion on this.
Yeah,
Back when
he worked at a video store.
I
when he was
worked at
16.
Meyer
Ooh.
Thrifty Acres,
Yep.
as we called it around here in Michigan at one point. And we used to get boxes all the time, early. They said street dates on them and don't put them out before this date. It's kind of a common thing to do. They make a product, they got a lot of it, they got to get it out of their warehouse, you got to give it to the vendors.
Ask any comic person in the history of the world.
And I will tell
They
you,
all get comics the day before they're supposed to be out. They get they put them out, they get in trouble, they don't get to sell comics anymore. It's very clearly defined.
yep, it happens. Back when the VHS version of Star Wars, the one that had the 3 discs in it, and one had a stormtrooper on it. and one I
Whoa,
think
stop.
had Yoda. What?
Was it the VHS edition or did it have discs in it?
It was VHS. Sorry, did I say discs?
You
Sorry.
did say discs.
Yeah.
VHS. The one before, I think there was actually, it might have been the first time that there was, I don't know if there was, an actual widescreen edition. That came on a shipping box in the back of a truck. My job at Meyer was to unload trucks. And a big sticker on it that said, you can't buy this till this certain date. I took my freaking Meyer issue box cutter. I fucking cut that fucking thing open. I took one of those things and I went to the register and I bought that fucker. and then I shipped the thing down to the department after I put price tags on them, and then I put it to the video department, less one VHS thing. I had it like a week early, but the big difference was no internet. No one was possibly ever going to find out.
Yeah, that's how I got the new Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I worked at Kmart. Found a box of them and said, thanks.
That story would have been better if you would have just stolen it.
I-
But you did the right thing, and that's make for a fun story.
I did
don't
steal it. I stole 2 of them, one for me and one for my buddy.
Don't say that, man. There's people on this show that
Kmart doesn't exist anymore
We got some narcs that watch this
in my
show.
town.
You're going to end up on a fucking Skype meeting with Kmart executives over what you stole. Years
And it got
ago.
stolen from me eventually, so karma.
I could tell you a good way to steal it, but I never did it.
I just put it in my pants and walked out the door.
There's that dock plate that goes down on the truck, and there's actually a space on the side. Each side
Dude
of the
sends
dock
me
plate.
this picture and then tells me not to pay attention to my phone.
Drop
kind of
the
an
product down
oxymoron.
that hole. Come around later and pick it up on the ground.
Special spot.
I'm sorry, did you say dig a big hole,
No,
drop the toy
He's
in
going to
it?
put it in his hole.
the dock plate that falls down on the semi, so you can get in and off it and take the forklift and everything, or the the pallet jack and everything, get in there and move shit around.
Yeah.
There's space on either side of that dock plate. So if you got something small enough to drop down there, you can just drop that down there and come back and lay around the building later and go grab it.
Seems like a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
So this post goes on for a while.
I never did it.
Not as long
Much like
as you
your
guys
conversation.
talking about stealing, but Jeremy Gerard gets in there and says, drops the facts, of course. So Jeremy said, allow me to jump in here. First off, I think it's fair to say the Forestmen as a company are pretty damn transparent. Chris and George do a show every week detailing where stuff is and what's happening shipping-wise. I also repeat all those updates on my show, and we post them on our website and social channels. No one can accuse us of not being transparent when we actually have information to share. So what happened here? Simple. A retailer sent some product early prior to the street day, and they have been given that they had been given to send the items. That's it. To your point, the pre-orders customers should get the items before retailers. I don't disagree, but the statement is one-dimensional. It doesn't take into account the complexities of trying to support not only our own pre-order customers, but a worldwide network of growing retailers and their customers who are an important part of the line's success. Your one-dimensional solution, while having merit in some ways, does not fully support the business realities of what needs to happen on a grand scale of shipping these products.
That's why they hired Jeremy. He makes explanations like that.
Yeah, and it keeps going, and he does a very good
He does
job.
a very good job. He's very eloquent. He's
Yes.
very factual. And he's very it's never attacking. It's never
Yep.
targeted. It's always just
he
the
does
facts.
call
Here it
him.
is.
He does
Just
call
the
him
facts.
one-dimensional a few times.
well, the guy's whining about stupid shit.
And he gets to the point where hopefully this explains what happened here and answers all your concerns. So Randy comes back to Jeremy and says, I'm not questioning the mechanics of the business.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
that's,
are.
You pretty much
that's
are.
exactly
you
what
basically
you're doing.
already said that
If you
the
looked up in Webster's
retailers,
dictionary, questioning mechanics of it would be your post,
he
dipshit.
said retailers should not be getting the product before people who. That's the mechanics of the business.
That's what you said.
That's what you said.
My post at the top is about how the posts were handled in this group. Logistics is what it is.
Oh, now it changed.
I live my life by a certain set of core beliefs and believe that
boy.
open discourse is a key in situations like these.
As a professional of a guy who lives his life by certain subcore beliefs, I can say you're full of shit because you changed your story.
It seems my values may not align with group leadership, and maybe I would suffer the fate some others have. Would have been better if the situation was met head on. Just my opinion.
It was. They met it head on. They deleted the fucking post
They didn't actually. The people who made the post deleted the posts.
at the request of the administration.
Yes,
Right.
but they still were not deleted. They were not taken down. They were not forced to take down, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
I would like to read to you my favorite post on this whole comment thread was by
Derek
gosh.
Harris.
Christopher Pinkerton. I like posts about posts. I collect posts in my post scrapbook.
Oh, Pinkerton. You just made me fall in love with you.
Did you just become our best friend?
Scratchbox
Yep.
Studios.
You want to go to karate in the garage?
Yep. You know, it is this weird thing because now, I can grasp what he was upset about how this was handled. The comment that these posts were getting taken down. It's this weird thing to me because I'm like, hey, let them handle the business side of it. This really isn't for everybody else to get all worked up about. an accident happened.
But he's a professional.
Very
And
true.
the OP is one of our people, right?
He is in the support group.
So if
Yep.
you're listening to this, I don't hate you, man.
I don't hate you either.
But
But you fucked up, kid.
I just want you to know, just because you're one of our people doesn't mean we ain't gonna freaking drag you through the mud.
Right. Just look at the way we treat each
Which,
other.
ironically enough, is where we live. We were down here in the mud. The fact of the matter is, a retailer made a mistake.
Yeah.
Honest mistake. I don't think there was any malicious intent at all, right? The person that posted the pictures made a mistake by posting pictures he shouldn't have posted. Now, if he didn't know he wasn't supposed to post them, he didn't make a mistake. He was being excited about figures he got. Again, no malicious intent, right?
Right.
So, a couple of honest mistakes happened. One may have not even been a mistake. It led to this. It was realized as a mistake in order to try to stave off a bigger issue. The administration of the Facebook group, who is not the Four Horsemen, okay? He is a brand aficionado or something. He has a title. He does
He has a
something.
title, I can't remember what it is.
Reaches out to the person that posted the photos that he shouldn't have posted and said, hey, my man, this is going to cause some issues. Will you take it down? Boom, took it down. Very responsible. Now, Walter didn't, there was, again, no malicious intent. Reached out to a poster and said, hey, will you take this down? It's going to cause problems. The guy took it down. So far, nobody's trying to hurt anybody. Nobody's trying to cause a
Everything was
problem.
handled in a good way.
Right. Things went south, and unfortunately, so then what happens is the real issue that we end up having is not about the retailer giving product too soon. It's not about a person posting pictures of the product too soon. It's about the fact that the post that posted the poster got taken down. So then we screenshot it and we repost it, which once you've done that, now you have gone against the wishes of the administration of the Facebook group by reposting something they wanted deleted. Okay? So
Yeah,
now
I see
you've
that.
brought attention back to a problem. So now you've reignited a fire that's already been extinguished. Okay? This causes another problem. Post gets taken down. A third time this happens, we're continually reigniting a fire. Now what we're doing is we're trying to clean up a mess.
Pete knows a thing or two about fires, god damn it.
That's 6 problems away from what the fucking issue was.
That's right.
And now what we're doing is we're trying to say the Four Horsemen are not being transparent in what they do and telling them how to run the business. What did the Four Horsemen do wrong? The Four Horsemen sent out retailer product to retailers with big yellow stickers, which I saw in person because Trev's a retailer. Trev has boxes with yellow stickers. Guys, we know that he can't give that shit away.
Right.
We know the rules. Big yellow stickers. You saw it when you worked in the meat department or whatever at Meijer. You saw it when you were pickpocketing shit from Kmart, right? When I had a diamond account
Good
and I
times,
ordered
good
comics, I would get comics that I couldn't put out for sale.
Yeah.
That was the rules.
Yeah. Got a
Okay?
street date. That's what
Right.
it is.
It's got a street date. We all know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
You broke the rules. Okay? But now here's the problem. Why are the Four Horsemen being called not transparent and being told how to run their company because somebody else did something wrong? The Four Horsemen did exactly what the Four Horsemen should have done.
You're just a Four Horseman.
You know
And that's the problem.
what the problem?
You know?
I just gotta say that I usually really hate it when Pete talks, but that spiel right there was very good, Pete.
Thank you.
It made sense. It was easy to follow. It wasn't.
Did you hear that? I'm paying attention, Ginger. Send me some photos.
It wasn't.
Curtis
some
Ackerman,
crazy
super
way to
chat.
attack me.
Curtis Ackerman says Randy felt entitled to see the 4-H punish the real retailer. Nobody expects to see Mattel or Hasbro to air their dirty laundry in public, so why should Four Horsemen?
That to me is a great point. That's what people wanted. They wanted Dave Bond's head on a spike. They wanted to see that
And
the
as
Four
cool as that would
Horsemen
be
were
to
taking.
see,
We
That'd be
want
hot.
a fully Ned Stark Dave Bond. At the end of the day, like I said, guys, people make mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
This was made into such a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. It never should have gotten to this point.
Yep.
But irresponsible Facebook users made this a bigger problem than it should have been.
And Dave is a great dude.
Yeah, dude,
And I'm sure the dude who posted the pictures is a
great.
great dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
you know.
goes back to the Facebook license.
right. Nobody did anything to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would even go as far as to, let's just say, right? One of the reasons we talked about the hey guys, The retailers need their stuff. They're going to get it sometimes before the direct consumer people because they need the space in the warehouse. Maybe Dave Bond has the same issue. Maybe his garage was full and he needed to park his car in there and he said, hey, who knows? But at the end of the day, nobody did anything wrong intentionally. It was a series of unfortunate missteps that social media made out to create villains. Well, social media and Derek Ayers. That's what happened.
We finally made it. We have a nude bot.
We made it.
We have a nude bot. What does that mean?
Best adult dating site with lots of hot
Oh,
emojis.
man.
Finally hit the chat.
I think there was a choice on that one that said block. But I don't want to block. Can we click it? Can we go to the link?
Yeah, what are they offering?
Yeah, it's on Cody's computer. Fuck it.
Dang. Man, that made me feel so good.
All
All
that I
good
hope,
points.
all that I hope that comes out of all of this is I hope that people don't make missteps anymore and cause problems. And I hope that people don't take those minor issues and make them into bigger issues. And I hope that somebody makes all of the Four Horsemen Skype with Dave Bond and confront him. That's all that I want out of all of this. So then we'll be happy. But
On our show.
right, like I said, it's one of those things where, guys, again, nobody did anything malicious. Nobody did anything intentional. It is what it is. But where the real problem happened was like literally 3 tiers into the situation. In my professional opinion.
Yes.
Because when it comes to posting things on social media, I am a professional.
Yep. This isn't a super chat, but I think it is. It hits right at home. Maverick said, "I hate that people in the cabal feel entitled to business decisions." And that is one of those. I understand offering advice.
Do you think maybe it's because like the Four Horsemen are so like accessible to us?
That's
normies?
exactly it.
Because they
That's
listen
exactly
to
it.
fans.
That's why you don't see Mattel and Hasbro doing that shit because they don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, they
But
could care less.
they don't want to dedicate the time to doing it. That's the different. That's the special sauce. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't give 2 shits or a fuck what you think. Fact of the matter is they do things differently.
Good people is good people. Surround yourself with you are.
Exactly. What he said. Man.
Awesome.
That's why they pay me the big bucks over here.
The big bucks. So did we click the link or did I click the link?
Are we whacking it, whack?
And that wraps up Toy Drama.
Ah, bummer.
Whoppity dop dopping right here live on the show.
Well, that's we are priority. We don't have any butt plugs. We already plugged the
Four Horsemen.
Horseman. I can't think of anything off the bat at the moment.
I think I got some toys.
Thanks, UPS guy.
Oh wow!
Hooray! Toys.
So I picked these up at PowerCon,
You did.
and then
I forgot about him in my plethora of toys.
it wasn't that I forgot about them. I couldn't find them, and I
Brought
started,
that much back, eh?
I started to get very, very concerned
Where's my shit?
because they're not toys you just go buy at the store. They're much better than that.
Much more good.
Yeah.
Those are some badass Mythic Legions customs he's pulling out. I believe those are Curtis Ackerman's, are they not?
Yep, Curtis put these together.
Good job, Curtis.
Good job, Dirty Curdy.
They're yours, aren't they, Steven?
These are definitely Steven's.
Yeah.
And Steve did these I don't know, a while ago.
Yeah.
A Song of Fire and Ice by George R.R. Martin.
And I was super excited about these when he did them. And eventually they finally made it into my collection.
And eventually they finally came down to a price that Travis was willing to pay and Steve was willing to sacrifice.
I never really had them for sale.
No, you never really posted them anywhere for sale, did you? They just kind of...
They were on your table for sale, weren't they?
No, they were there for show.
And what Travis wants, Travis gets.
Can you outfit that for me, please?
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
So, I love these. Obviously, a perfect example of the kind of things you could do with Mythic Legions if you have artistic ability, which I do not. But
Or
thankfully,
friends with artistic ability.
thankfully, I have been able to make a few friends. So, I was super excited about these. What did you have names for them or anything, Steven?
really. I
Nah,
just-
yep.
Just thought they were cool. or I just wanted
Spicy and icy.
There, that's a good one.
I do like-
Spicy and icy.
I do like that. Steve,
Spiciest and iciest.
they're missing a few pieces, so could I get those sometime soon? I mean, they just carry bows. I mean,
Yeah, no arrows.
No arrows. They just beat people's ass with the bow.
It's like that
Legolas did it, so you know.
Who?
Dungeons and
Legolas.
Dragons cartoon. You just pull the string back and
Oh, nice. I like it.
that's he shoots ice arrows, and he shoots
Spicy.
fire arrows.
Space arrows.
I also
Oh my god, is that cumin?
I also picked up a couple items from. There was a reason why I didn't buy any of Steve's heads yesterday, and that was because
The one sold before you could.
because Hobby Lobby pulled these out in front of me, and he was like, "Hey, you got any interest?" So I was able to get this
That is a dwarf
dwarf skeleton
skeleton head by Wolf King Customs.
by Wolf King Customs. I freaking love this little thing. I can't wait to put it on a body. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put it on though. And then
Well, I think that
That
yeah,
is-
I mean, you're super good at making sure your heads get onto bodies.
they're gonna go on that right
So,
now. That's where they're gonna go. But eventually, what would you recommend for this body, Steve? For the who is this guy again?
Lord Perosa.
Lord Perosa. This was designed by you
Ponderosa.
and
This
Len?
is Emil. That's an Emil
I'm sorry,
sculpt.
Emil. Emily. You and Emily did this.
Yeah, mostly Emily.
Yep.
He is. Yeah. So like
Steve's sculpting and stuff is like Matt and I at Toy Haven.
No.
that's true.
Emil does all the work, and Steve shows up 3 hours late because he forgot his CPAP machine.
Usually I can claim a paint job at least on him, but not this time. It looks great on a faunus.
A what?
Dang though.
You know,
That's a
It's a high dollar
it doesn't
figure.
have to be a faunus. It just
yeah,
looks-
but that's what it looks good on though. I could see
I mean,
that.
it will. You could pop it
Well,
right
you're-
on there.
You're probably down to 9 or 10
change
of
those
those, aren't you?
hooves.
Unfortunately.
We stick
But
that
there's
on
a
my
lot of
post,
different
my
things.
rack over there.
A lot of different ways to use that.
Yeah.
Really,
What would you recommend for the dwarf skull?
any dwarf.
Yeah. Fuck. Yep. So I was pretty excited about that. I always love when I can go to a toy show and, of course, get some mythics, especially when you're me and you kind of have, you might already have a few, but so you can get some variety.
God damn it,
Thanks.
you
Yeah.
got some fucking heads on that rack.
I know, dude.
Travis has head.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna put those heads on bodies someday, so it's gonna happen.
This thing right here is fucking magnificent.
Really?
Oh my god.
I like that one too, but it's not even close to one of my favorites up there. That's a pretty cool head
You're
though.
fucking wrong. You are dead wrong.
So that's gonna go on a body real soon. As soon as I can have my own figures.
Travis can't even have his own figures.
I can't even have my own. Yep. So yeah, super excited.
Stupid yellow labels.
Yeah. Thank you, Steven and Hobby Lobby. Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at you two. You two are freaking
Yeah.
studs. I swear to God.
Just did it on the spot.
Yeah. Can you imagine when it was back when it was just Steve,
Wow,
me,
that's-
and Pete.
Wow, that's weird, man. I sent a photo earlier that he popped on the screen. Nobody said a goddamn thing, but Jeremy does it where I get all fucking warm and fuzzy.
What was your picture of?
Well, that's what you get when you're the most
Oh.
sensitive. You get the most attention.
I like the diorama. Yeah.
No, and I also sent a picture of the guy's booth that was upset.
We put that
talked
up.
about- and we talked about it.
Yeah,
It
but
was-
nobody fucking bent over backwards to compliment how great I am. We fucking
You
rolled out
took
a red
picture
carpet.
of that booth fucking
Jesus.
excellently.
Good job with that picture.
Thank
I don't.
God.
I don't want the compliment. I'm just saying you don't need it either. You fucking.
Look, there he is, just fucking joking it up.
Why so serious in a van down by the river?
Is that all you got, Travi?
That's it for me, guys.
Steve?
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the things I got that was really cool yesterday.
And he's wrong.
I would agree with Steve on this one.
Okay, here. Boop, 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 boop. It kind of looks like Chris Farley. Wrap, 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 wrap. You know, he does that. You know, as Foley. Anyway, no,
I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
So, yeah, I've been picking up slowly some of the vintage Thundercats. This is one of the ones I had as a kid, and I always liked it. And I never see him with Chucks, and he has Chucks, and so I'm like, hey, he's got his nunchucks, so I'm gonna buy that something.
Look at the size of those hands.
Leave me alone.
Who needs?
That's a 12-inch figure right there.
Apparently, they're doing 4-inch scale Thundercats now, which is awesome.
Don't most people, when they bend their hands, the wrinkles go away?
His actually get worse. They get more wrinkled. He's like that 6-month-old fat baby with the wrist rolls, and he just never grew out of it. Like Steve never lost his baby fat; it just got pushed up by the adult fat.
I want to throw out a couple comments from the ladies here. Jennifer Sykes says, I don't have Alithia or the deluxe builders yet. I was thrilled to see Eddie get his for anyone else that, or anyone else for that matter. So there's a great example. Jennifer, she's all here for the toys.
Yeah.
Farther back in the comment, Lori comments says, I think she said, I prefer 8 inches or something when we were talking about.
Scale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
she
require
requires
at least 8 inches.
I just love how every woman
That says
in
a
this,
lot about her man.
Yeah.
every woman in this chat, as soon as they saw that picture just now, their vaginas immediately started to hurt.
So
They saw his fingers, they were like, "Oh my god!"
I was gonna ask. So
It's
she
like getting
said
fucked by a bunch of bananas.
she said she requires 8 inches.
Rough
What if
bananas.
the 8 inches is wide?
Like one of those big cans of pudding.
Have you ever been fucked by a Cool Whip container? Yeah, that's how we do it.
Because here comes Steve.
Steve's not gonna hit the bottom, but he's gonna bang the hell out of the sides.
Most penises, when they get erect, they lose the wrinkles too.
I have the smoothest. Oh, shit.
Cool figure though.
His knuckles are like golf balls, man.
He really is a cool figure, though.
Oh, that's trash.
No.
He's got the Super 7 where he has the best version they've ever made of
This
Banter.
is your childhood, though, right here.
Yeah, throw it in the garbage like the rest of your shitty youth.
Getting the nunchucks, that's a hard thing to do, so
Yeah. Paid for him, too.
I'm sure.
How
Got this
much?
from- I paid $80.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Vintage toys are up, man.
Yeah, they are way
Okay,
up.
so and I'll tell you how I didn't feel too bad about paying $80 for that. Because when I was at PowerCon, I saw one for $130 with the Chucks.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What's really great is he looked at it and thought it was 30, had him set it aside, and went back and it was actually 80. So I guess I have to buy it now.
Those are the best of them we need. Steve just at every con, every mistake he makes at a
I
con.
make a lot of mistakes.
Holy balls!
Holy balls!
Not you, hail damage. Out of the way. I'm looking for fountains. I don't want that fountain. I think only fountains one week a month. Get
Made
the
by
fuck out of my
men.
way.
You got more ripples than
More ripples in the
than
fountain
that
water.
fountain. That fountain over there.
No.
I don't even know. She was wearing pants, so I couldn't really tell.
Sometimes you
Your favorite.
Anyways,
I
got
doubt
this
you're a
from-
squirter. I'm going for the fountains.
I got this from Travis, and I'm gonna open them, and because since Hasbro got their shit together and started giving us toys we like, I'm pretty deep into this stupid friggin' classified series, and I'm gonna go all in. And I already have one, but I needed another. I made a rule. Okay, with army building, no more than 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's what I'm doing too, buddy. Unless they get paint on them.
Oops.
Yep.
Or on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Dude, I think you're in trouble.
probably
Classified the way they're rolling and they're putting out stuff you love.
the his tank coming.
Yeah.
That's gonna take up some space. I mean, his tank's gonna be like that long.
Speaking of his tank,
It's going to be 1.5 of Steve's hands.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see Jim Meals his tank that he made, the 4-inch?
Yes, we extended it.
Yeah.
pretty cool. Huh?
That was awesome.
I gotta pee again.
Pretty cool.
We should have got a picture of that because that's a pretty cool thing. Yep.
It looked 3D printed parts and everything.
Yeah, it was cool. Super cool.
So, my next thing I have is Super 7. Their next wave of Thundercats is coming out. Has come out. And I want to say how cool it is and how much I'm thankful for Big Bad Toy Store. And this is why.
Do you know they've got a pile of loot option?
I've heard of it.
$4 shipping?
What Big Bad Toy Store has done for me is, so in the old days, Super 7 drops a new wave. You got to pre-order it. You got to pay them up front. And then, so that's going to cost you $200 and whatever dollars you might not have at the time. Or it'll sell out. And then Big Bad Toy Store was always the option because I may not have that money at the time. So if I order Big Bad Toy Store, I don't have to pay till it comes. But you never really know when that's going to happen. It's going to get delayed 6-7 times. Comes, and then all of a sudden, you look at your account and you're in the negative because holy shit,
You got hammered.
I got hammered by this whole wave. What I like is now in the days, see in the early days, Big Bad Toy Store and Super 7, Lionel comes out, he's sold out. The Turtles, Raphael came out, he's sold out. Raphael was a high dollar figure now. Well, now they've got it under control where Big Bad Toy Store has all these in stock almost all the time. You can go back and almost, I think, I'm not sure that there is a Thundercats or a Ninja Turtle figure you can't get right now.
Ooh, Slide's still there.
I think Slide is still
Okay.
available. So, what it's done for me, and I don't know how this is working out for Big Bad Toy Store, is I've canceled all my wave orders. So now, when they come out, I can just buy one a week, buy another one the next week. So I'm not getting these big giant hammered bills when I don't expectly know when they're going to come.
Yeah.
You know, and it's made life a little easier. So this is one of the figures. It's the first one I've ordered from this wave. I don't know what number this is, but this is Vulture Man, and this basically completes the original Mutants. Some purists might say Vulture Man wasn't an original because he wasn't around for a few episodes in the very beginning. It was just the three, Monkey and Slide.
He's definitely.
But he was
original.
there
Yes.
right away,
Yeah.
season 1, and I am pretty.
My buddy Mark's going through and like picking up all these guys now. He's like, oh, I need all those Thundercats. They are readily available.
They are.
I can tell you what them being readily available has done to the secondary market of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
for Trav's reselling, it's not the best.
Nope. Happy for people though.
And at some point they
Even
will
if I'm
sell out.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's the thing. At some point they gotta sell out.
Yeah, you'd think. Yep, it'll happen. And that's a problem too. Is I think a lot of people are just looking for the quick fix a lot of times, and sometimes you've got to be patient and wait a couple years for a
Steve,
actual
thank you, but I got it.
for
I
the
might need- I might
investment
need it
to
in a minute, though.
mature.
So, yeah.
You know what I love? I love when Steve insults me about how I'm too loud on the mic, and then
Then he
insists on
opens up
opening
packages
figures
right into the microphone.
microphone.
What do you want from me? Just
I want you to be like me and open the packages
want
while
consistency,
you're waiting
buddy.
for everybody else to show up for the show.
we can just pass it around like that. He looks great, I think. Actually,
I've never seen that before until right now.
yeah, he's amazing.
That open mouth head is freaking badass.
Ah!
I love his skirt.
I love that he has a skirt.
I love the mutants. Man,
Looks just like the cartoon.
yeah, and not like the toy.
No, they use well. That's
Much
why they're
better.
doing.
Yeah, much better than the toy.
That's why they're doing the toy versions
Yeah.
and the bastards.
Man,
What, you don't remember him looking like that?
no, I think I'm remembering the toy a lot more than I'm remembering this version. Toy looked quite a bit different, didn't it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look,
Jerry?
but
I'm on it.
and I could be wrong too. I just could be my memory of it could be way off. Yeah, I think that's way different.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little bit different.
Yeah.
a little scalier. A little,
Yeah. Which I imagine, like we've seen, that'll probably be coming down the road. But
they will.
yep.
He has superpower potion.
Well, he was kind
Big
of their
money. Big
their
money.
engineer,
Oh, shit.
their man at arms, their panthro. He was always building shit, fixing shit, and
Squawking.
making friggin' potions and things. And of course, all of it was subpar to what the Thundercats had. And yeah, so now I've got this, and man, I paid a lot for this.
Is this what you paid?
Must have.
Yes.
He has no idea.
This tin is pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, you can bring your lunch in it.
I could. I wish they
No,
put
there's
a
no
handle.
handle.
On it.
You can't swing that at somebody to beat their ass.
Next
motherfucker's gonna get my medal.
Here we have a 1/12 Mezco Wolverine. This goes on my work shelf because that's where I display these. I already have the Wolverine,
You got a brown,
the
right?
brown.
Yep. So how come you wanted the tiger stripe? How come you wanted the yellow and black?
Oh,
Why is that a tiger
it's
stripe?
more cartoony, right?
Okay.
Is
Stripes
this one
on this
based
side,
off
I
of the
think.
cartoon?
I don't know. It's got a lot of different versions, and I'm not as much of an. I like X-Men, but Travis is the guy who pretends to have a lot of X-Men knowledge.
Will you get your normal human finger in there to help him, please?
It did not start in the cartoon. It started in the comics, and then, but that's the one they used in the cartoon. That costume.
Oh, I know that.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
just
I
saying,
thought
is
that's what
this
you asked.
figure based on?
No.
No, I
cartoon.
At
don't.
least he was nice and not rude about it. Well, I know that. Bitch, you just asked a question and he answered it. Fucking
Well,
grow
I,
up.
I didn't want to sound like a complete loser. Like, I know.
You're on a toy podcast on a Sunday morning. You are a complete loser. Just like the rest of us.
Who
Have
was the
you-
company that
have-
was doing the animated version, though?
NECA did those animated versions, I think. Wasn't it?
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
The ears aren't big enough on that helmet.
Oh, look
Agreed.
at that. That's the one, the first time you ever seen Wolverine. See, I know stuff.
You do know stuff.
He fought the Huck.
Sorry, man.
Lights up or something.
He fought She-Huck.
I think the stand lights
Stand
up.
lights up.
Did you've seen the reviews about the stand, right?
No.
I think they're, and I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think the stand might have had wet paint on it,
Oh,
so you want to be careful.
gotcha.
Yeah, and I would maybe look that up, or actually one of these much smarter people like Trevor or Jesse will tell us what's really up. I never liked the original mask.
No, that mask
Yeah.
is dog shit.
Yep, looks stupid.
Yeah, no one's
Yep.
freaking using that. They're using this.
Yeah, that's the head. Oh,
That's
yeah,
Wolverine.
that's it.
That's his angry face. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
So
what
did
we're
they
doing.
have like? Did they cut into that torso to get the fabric in there to make it look like he's ripped? Like, how did they? Or is it just an illusion from across the room?
Stop doing the thing.
Not sure.
Toy like a toiger.
Am I doing this? I'm not ripping off his head. Fuck that.
I'll do it.
That's on you.
I'll take off the head the way my wife opens everything with her mouth, her teeth.
Pretty good head sculpt.
What are you thinking about this, Steve?
I don't think it looks.
I don't think I'm gonna
Anything
know
like
until I
Hugh
get them
Jackman.
down.
Yeah, you gotta
I
play with it.
posed, put in everything into him, on him. I mean, and then put him on that stand and just see how it all shakes out. You can hand him back. I'll pop that head on
Okay,
there.
I'm too scared to do it.
Fucking do it like a fucking boss. is what I'll do. Grab it with my man hands that nobody likes. Pop that.
Oh,
on
plenty
there.
of people.
I
I'm
don't
sure would
mind
really
as long as you
enjoy
lube
them.
it.
I think you would probably be pretty popular at some parties.
Right.
Steve.
Take off these.
I can see him being
hands.
like a male cheerleader. He could put 4 of them if he stacked them right on his arm. You know what I mean? Got a handful of cheerleaders.
Oh, Mondo. Damn it. It was Mondo.
Was it Mondo?
Yeah.
What was
Okay.
Mondo?
All
Did
right.
the animated version.
I knew it had the same amount of syllables and started with an M. And ends with an O.
What did you say?
Mezco.
I said NECA.
What I'm really excited about, and it's gonna be. I probably can't show them off today, but is he's got all these effects, these slashing effects, like this, and I think that's really cool. I like that sort of thing, so it makes me
Put one of them on.
I'm
pretty
into it.
happy.
Pussy.
He's pretty sure he can't do it today. All right. He's at a Toy Haven and Polish Festival last night. He just
You
doesn't
did
have
have
the
a lot,
energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
do have a lot.
I apologize.
Sorry, guys.
It's my fault, really.
When we move on, but I'm just gonna give you a little glimpse here,
A little glimperoo.
a little glimpse of him.
A little Glimpkin.
Bringing us full circle.
That's what I do.
There we go. It's a little better.
I didn't get your fingers in that pic, so we can't make fun of you.
No fingers in that pic.
I got it.
So, anyways,
Don't tell him.
They did. They freaking really over accentuated the sculpt. So when they put the clothes on it,
is he supposed to have this red belt? Is that an option? Something interesting.
damn, this is good.
Yeah, that's a really good figure.
Yeah.
I dig him.
Mezco delivers.
Yeah, they pretty much. Yeah, all
Yep.
the time.
Yep. When they deliver, they deliver. I mean, you might have to wait a little while, but
In some cultures, you would say that they don't front.
It's got their it's got the bone claws. If anyone wants some bone claws,
I never liked the
That's-
bone claws.
Yeah,
not really a bone claw kind of guy. It's got
that's what.
different versions.
On my dick.
You literally walk
The bone
around
claw.
with bone claws.
Are these like short?
Every day.
different-
It's barbed.
Different hand position for claws. Popped.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do you get the middle finger one?
Well, throw it against the wall then,
Yep.
because it's garbage.
Not interested.
Not interested at all.
Does it hurt when they come out? Every time.
You get the two popped where he puts the person's puts it up.
And
Puts it
then
up
first
he
movie.
raises it up to their chin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
No, it's
anybody
funny,
says that first X-Men movie was sweet.
It was. I especially at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
Going
for
back
sure.
now.
Yeah, now
Except
you're
for-
like, well, it's dated, but
Except for Sabretooth looks so bad.
Sabretooth was bad. They did get Sabretooth right though.
Oh, with Liam Schreiber?
Yeah, I love Lee
Or
Schreiber.
Liam Schreiber?
I loved him. Pretty cool, dude.
good job.
I bought two.
You bought two. You're selling both of them.
Yep. Not keeping either one of them. I've never liked the yellow. I don't know why.
Really?
So
Yep.
what do you put him in?
Brown.
It's
Brown.
yellow and brown.
You mean blue?
The brown is like brown and tan. My Wolverine's brown and tan.
Brown
yellow.
and tan. I think it's that's yellow.
I don't know. It's not that yellow.
Travis,
though.
that's
It's not-
yellow.
no.
No, it's not a bright yellow, but it's more of a.
not a yellow guy. I like the yellow one.
That looks
like
more
it when they put
orange.
yellow
That
on
looks
it.
more orange to me.
Orange? I don't know about that.
You think yellow really?
It's kind of a
dandelion, for sure.
maze.
Goldenrod?
I call it tan.
That's not tan. Have you ever had your?
I have. I think
Yeah, you're good though.
the
right?
doctor passed me because he liked me.
You just don't know your colors then. That's fine.
It also has unhelmeted heads.
It's not. That's yeah.
There's a lot to this I'm not showing, guys, but we've got some unhelmeted
Here we go.
heads.
We had Travis pulling out his figure. What do you got there?
Unhelmeted heads.
Oh yeah.
That's tan.
It's brown and yellow.
Yeah, that's yellow.
No, that's yellow.
It's not yellow.
It's Jeremy's exactly right. It's an orangey
Tan.
muted yellow.
Orangey tan.
All right. I'm gonna do because check this out.
Stop.
Here. I sent it to you there, Cody. If you look on screen here, Travis, I want you to notice something. There you go. It's tan.
That photo looks a little yellow.
But it's okay that you prefer that costume.
Yeah, no, that's a better costume.
Oh,
for
call
sure.
it
100%. Yeah.
Just-
Two.
times
No,
better.
not 100 times.
Tan.
Like-
No, it's
Dead wrong.
it's a cool version.
You are dead wrong.
I've got
That's
that
the best.
version in Mezco.
Honestly, for figures, I'm almost my most favorite is typically his X-Force, the black and gray.
Oh, that's
what
That's
I
fun.
love.
pretty sweet.
you know.
That's sweet for sure.
Speaking of, that was brown.
That was a
Trav.
queef.
And
If
not
it, look
fun.
at his underwear. That's probably tan, more tan than that figure.
The only thing that thought that was fun were Jeremy's ass lips.
Jeremy has ass lips.
All right. You got more?
I do not.
Oh,
I don't think.
You want to go? You want me to go?
go ahead.
Okay. They're over there.
Okay.
So, I picked up two Beasts of the Mesozoic.
might
They're
as well just
both
take pictures of 'em.
Triceratops versions. I have not yet. I wanted to do a little Steve in here. Open this up. They're super cool. One is a medium and one is a small. Unlike Steven's fingers that are all extra large. Hot water tails popped right on which was awesome. Thank you, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
So the smaller one is the Chasmosaurus.
Which is the like yellow and brown.
Yep, yellow
white.
and brown. Paint apps are amazing. I love the different horn displays on these things. This is my second and third one, and I'm not gonna stop. That's the Strachiosaurus. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Great deal from Travis. Appreciate you.
I will say the paint on these is just freaking beautiful.
Oh, it's top notch.
Yeah.
They and I said it earlier. They kind of remind me of the it is yellow, isn't it?
It's lime green, but yeah.
Of the old like imperial like dragons and dinosaurs and stuff like that. The creature. It just kind of has that vibe, but like with a really awesome modern paint job and articulation and yeah.
The other thing I got was this badass skull dice tower that I'm super happy with.
Because
So-
it's freaking amazing.
Because it's friggin' amazing. So,
Your wallet's
Um,
down there too.
Jesus. It's going to be a mess.
That's so cool.
That is what is that?
a dice tower.
That is fucking sweet.
Isn't
Yep.
it?
So you put the dice in the eye and it bounces around and then pops out in the bottom.
What'd that run, Pete?
Wait, were these the
I-
guys yesterday that had the?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know.
So you got a
'Cause
deal?
I got a deal.
Because you're Peter?
So, because I'm Peter.
So you don't really know that it's a dice tower.
No, that's what
No,
I
it just
love
looks
about
like
Yeah.
a
Well,
sweet
that's the cool thing is
skull.
it could just be something up on the shelf, you know. And to be honest with you, I have dice trays. And that's a little bit cumbersome, obviously, to take to a game.
Yeah.
You know. So,
it. It is like
Um,
cool on a shelf.
oh, hold on, everybody, stop talking about my stuff.
No,
Let
no,
the
keep
Steve-
going.
My
That's
stuff
great.
is just better, so. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I thought we were gonna wait till tomorrow, but you're a liar. So that is neat.
He's going to kill somebody.
We need
Kill
some
a
blood
bitch.
spatter.
You got a Wolverine impression, don't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, Steve.
Come on, Travis.
Sorry, bub.
I can't go gravelly enough.
You sound like the lady I just bought those toys from.
Wanna buy my toys? Hey, Travis.
Sounds like the old lady that couldn't get into the Polish festival.
Hey, Travis, would you like to stick around? I'm gonna be having some drinks and smoking some cigarettes.
With one of those holders
I'm not wearing underwear.
that only you're wearing Depends though.
No need for
That
protection.
only
I haven't
old ladies
ovulated
and
in
Axl
30
Rose
years.
So
I love this thing.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's super cool.
Beautiful.
but
I
yeah,
put that on my
it's gonna
shelf
look
and then my
awesome.
wife would take it down.
It's gonna look awesome on the desk. Like I said, I won't probably roll with it a ton, because like I said, it's a little bit cumbersome to take to in-person games. But when I'm playing at home, you know, like I said, but it's gonna look awesome on my desk.
Curtis Ackerman said his favorite Mexico is Malibu Ken.
That's hot.
Did they make one?
No, he's
He
being-
doesn't like Mezco.
What?
Because it's cloth, and he says they're dolls.
He thinks they're dolls.
Oh my gosh.
That's what he said.
God, he might be worse than Steve.
Curtis, what in the world?
There you go, Curtis. You're worse than me.
Pretty good haul for you there, buddy.
Yeah, yep. And I also got the throne that I showed, but I wasn't. There's no reason to drive around with that thing.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Don't want to
I
damage it.
left that at the house.
And I also got one of those too, which I should have brought downstairs. But
Which I
didn't.
figured you would, because you got one, and then I wouldn't have to bring mine. But you know,
Dumb. Yep.
they're both amazing, both very similar but different attributes, both blood. So
You're up, Jeremy.
Okay.
And
Well,
he's taking pictures.
yeah.
He's trying to do
I'm trying.
three
I'm doing
jobs.
It, doing
I
it
love
beforehand.
what I really love is how Travis sets up this whole booth, and then the next morning we all show up and show him stuff from his booth. For thanks UPS guy.
It was awesome.
First I got this awesome Army of Darkness Ash figure that I'm sure Travis has never seen.
It's
I love the yellowing they did on the
yeah.
on the plastic to
Yeah,
give it kind of
that's
like a.
legit.
That vintage look.
Yeah.
that patina's amazing.
My God. Yeah, I'll be ripping it out of this package. That's for sure.
What's all in that set? Looks like Edward fuck me running.
Edward Scissorhands. This whole set had a
It's
lot of
fucking
shit.
bizarre as shit.
Yeah, they had
Looks like Austin Powers.
Yeah,
Well, it's
there was
Gene
some Austin
Simmons.
Powers, the
McFarlane
Fly,
at that time.
Shaft, the Thing, King Kong.
That wasn't really quite this series. That was more of like a
Well, it was a hot movie Maniacs.
yeah. But I don't think those
Line.
other ones are Kiss and them. They had their own toy line thing.
Yeah. Well, it was all a thing for McFarlane. So
I watched one episode of Toy Hunter, and it was the one where he was helping Gene Simmons trying to track down some missing Gene Simmons toys.
which
I
is
didn't care
probably
for either of
bullshit.
those people.
So, yep, that was him. What else did I get from the show? I got my first Star Wars figure.
Why?
Because this is the only Star Wars figure I had as a kid. And I remember somebody telling me as a kid that this was Chewie, and I knew that that was wrong. So I at least knew enough about Star Wars, but I didn't know that it was called a Wampa.
Chewie's dad.
He's going to be probably hanging out somewhere, hiding in my He-Man stuff somewhere, because I know that Steve doesn't like the mixing of toy lines, and he's very
And
fuzzy.
anything I do to make Steve angry, so he spanks me.
Yeah. He's very, very cute.
That thing is so bad, it's good.
I love it. I think it's
It's
great.
so silly.
That sculpt is beautiful.
Like
Look
a
at his
pug dog?
nose. He's like a furry jack-o'-lantern.
I wonder if somebody back in the day that sculpted that and had it all, and they're like, looks just fucking like it. You're fucking talented.
It's so crazy too because the actual was creepy. I mean, it looked like a big snow yeti.
Abominable snowman.
Yeah. And then you got that toy. Which I will be honest, I was like Jeremy. I had that as a kid and I loved it.
I'm chasing my childhood, folks. So
Running away from mine.
one more tick off of I'm embracing the good part. Trying to erase the bad part. It's not working.
You gotta let it all go. You gotta let it all go, Jeremy.
Yeah, I guess. I did a trade with Matt Rod, and I got the Viper Tower snakehead piece for Eternia.
What'd you trade him?
Some brand new Masters of the Universe Talon Fighter, and then some WW Universe
Wait a minute,
figures.
a brand new one? What do you mean?
There's a brand new Talon Fighter.
An Origins one?
No, for CGI.
Oh, jeez, you traded him some shit.
Yeah. Wait till next POTU, buddy.
Get
gonna
ready.
Real familiar with some of those new figures. He's like, I fucking hate that show.
I don't hate this show. Oh, the oh.
No.
Not Potu.
No, POTU. That's what I was saying.
I don't hate.
Steve's like, I don't hate Potu.
Yeah.
No.
Jeremy brings all these shit toys on there, and I gotta look at
Steve's
them.
like, I love Potu.
I do love Potu. I don't love the toys from that cartoon are horrible. I'll just say it.
Maybe. Also from the toy show. I
Ooh.
too was able to pick up some Thundercat
Ooh,
figures.
Chitara.
There, maybe I can get her to stand up straight for a second.
Man.
I got Wily Kit. Right?
I would. Those are
And-
so shitty. I wouldn't let someone give those to my children for free.
Dude, ship them.
No. You don't want that. No, thanks anyways, but no.
Make them. Yeah. This is what you do.
Jeez.
Turns out they're not nunchucks.
Oh, yeah, they're not. I put the chain around. Oh, good thing this is a show for adults, folks.
Pearson, log off.
Now that's some good stuff.
Good wholesome fun there, family fun there, eh, Cot?
So, yeah. Wily Kit, kind of a crappy paint job, but I don't have her. And my God, she's not wearing underwear, and I feel so gross because of that. And then Chitara. So, I almost had a Chitara once, but her head was broken off. So I said, no, I will not. Now there she is.
She's hot too.
Gorgeous. Just.
Ugh.
That sounds like that figure looks.
I think it's great.
I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah,
And
it's
I love that
one
you
more-
got. I love that you got your weird broken snake head thing, and that's just awesome.
Weird snake head.
In your old school McFarlane, nobody wanted it for so long. The bubble's yellow. It's awesome.
Have you seen Army of Darkness?
It's like ash. It should be lit on fire. You're
I
right.
didn't
It'd be
think
better
so.
as ash.
I didn't think
Army
so.
of Darkness is awesome.
Sure is.
Army of Dark. Isn't that like go back in medieval time or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit? Like,
Yeah.
absolute ridiculousness.
Yeah, it's
This is my boomstick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not nearly
And
as
it's a
good
sh-
as
it's a
Evil Dead
shotgun,
2,
isn't it?
but it's pretty good. Yeah, he's got a shotgun and his chainsaw hand. And
Chainsaw.
It was good.
it was pretty fun. Yeah, there's some good stop motion skeleton fights. So if you like that
Did you
shit,
call him good?
I mean, it was good, like for the time.
Yeah,
Is it dated now?
I just love Ash when he's like, there's so many scenes of that I love, but the whole thing about when he's talking to the hot chick who, you know, and she's like, you said you love me or whatever. That was just pillow talk, baby.
He's such a pimp.
Such a pimp.
I figure it's like it's right up there, and like Steve would love it if he fucking watched it.
He
He
would love
jacking it off.
I mean, look how much he loves that.
Jacking it, jackety jack.
She's running with her.
I
she's
know,
running
but
with
shouldn't they have made it so that her legs flipped when?
Well, she's got her staff. She's hitting you with the staff.
I know, but her biggest thing is that she's fast, so it would have been cooler to have arms that you squeezed and her legs went.
Oh, turns out I can sleep without my CPAP.
Cody goes, it came with a Happy Meal. What do you expect?
Dude, this was high dollar shit when we were kids.
Yeah, sure was. It's high dollar shit now.
Well, it's even higher now.
Yeah, I
What'd you
think
pay
I
for that?
think I paid $50 with Wiley Kit.
Oh, fuck
Are you
me.
serious?
Dude, these things aren't cheap
Oh
anymore.
my God! Travis, you need to call a cop buddy and charge that person with rape.
Did you buy the Super 7 version?
No. Ew.
I didn't buy the Super 7 for $45. I bought this for $50.
I got this.
Yeah.
I got Seizure Shatara for only fucking $50. And luckily, her little kid friend isn't wearing any panties and is missing paint off her
Steve's favorite thing about Panther was that he could go hang out with his two buddies and go downhill skiing.
Hey guys, I'll ride in the middle. But we've got an extended cab truck. No problem.
Something's extended.
I got no problem shifting gears. This isn't a manual transmission.
With that figure in Steve's hands. The one that's in your hand.
This? the little Casey Jones. I got like a mini Casey Jones figure.
And he only paid $47 for that Casey Jones. It was
You know,
a steal.
I'm sick of you guys teasing me about my disability.
Not being able to get Pringles out of a container is not a disability.
I mean, it probably sucks, but
Were any of you guys around when Sonny was trying to help me get things out of my little tackle box? Yesterday, so I got all my heads in a little tackle box when I come in, and I got to set them up on a rack like yours. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like trying to get these things out of the thing, and Sonny walks up, and she's like, "I'll just help you with that." And I'm like, I go from like it taking forever for me to get one out and put it on the thing to like I'm like, I put one up there, and she's got like three in her hand, three. She's like, boom, and she's just like got these little hands, and she's like, and there they are, and I'm like, this is. I'm disabled. I went and I moved the Jeep to handicap parking.
I found this little Casey Jones, who will go well with my other little mini 2003 Ninja Turtle figures. He obviously looks even.
How did you find that? Who was even looking for that?
It was on a table. It was actually sitting out, so I didn't have to dig for it at all.
I just love Jeremy goes to Toy Haven. Wherever he goes, he's gonna find something.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
I can look through there and I go through the thing and I'm like, there's nothing here for me.
Yep.
And then Jeremy shows up and I want to tell him, yeah, it's pretty slim pickings, but I know Jeremy's gonna find some junk.
Yeah.
I like everything, so just sell me something.
Hey, Jeremy. Everybody's like, oh my God, that dice tower's cooler than your figures. Like, that's how bad those figures are.
Yeah.
Or like the dice tower's better.
That's fine. They're wrong, but that's fine. They can think whatever they like. Next.
As long as you're happy, Jeremy. I just love to see you happy.
I'm sure you do. That's why you shit all over me.
Well, it's called crappy happy.
I also got this. I went to GameStop and they had a clearance sale on action figures. So I was able to pick up this Super Mario set. I mainly wanted it for the little dude. The little, I forget his fucking name even. But that little guy.
That little guy?
Yeah, that
Oh,
little
and
guy.
it's Firepower Mario.
Yeah, you get Power Mario. You get a Koopa Troopa. It's a little like desert set on clearance. So
Even
can't
better.
go wrong. Yeah. Oh boy, just keeps
Does anybody
going.
imagine Jeremy getting just fucking ripped and then taking that Mario and jumping shelf to shelf?
I do
like
it
he's
so
playing
fun.
the levels.
So I brought his counterpart a couple weeks ago. He was Hothead Harvey. Well, Jesse Arnold was out at the store and found fucking my favorite, Roy Bott, the alias of Hothead Harvey.
I don't get it.
So
Yeah, I love it. I really do.
yeah, I got this GPK figure, folks. Go look at your Walmarts in the little adult collector section, especially if you're in Grand Haven, Michigan, because I got a lot of cool shit there. I don't know. This one obviously wasn't at mine because I got fucking Hothead Harvey. But
Which is by the
Right.
same is the same exact.
it's the
thing.
exact same thing. But actually, the packaging is different. Like this one has a drawing, like a cartoon.
Wait, it's even the same figure inside, just with a different name.
Well, it's got a different name on the on
It
his
goes back to
stand.
Garbage Pail Kids. They had two. Every card had two different names.
Yeah, they had aliases.
It was the same
so
exact card, but one would be Roy Bott, one would be what was the other?
Hothead Harvey.
Yeah,
Why?
but they're the same card,
They
so
had
they
a lot
can
of
sell
names to
more.
cover, Yeah.
Yeah, so they can sell more. You get one of each.
You have to collect them all. You have to get two of. You have
Joe
to find-
Blow and Rod Wad were the same guy,
Yeah,
which ironically weren't sexual in nature.
Warren, and Ram. Who's the Rambo character? I don't know.
Jesus, fucking.
Was it
They're not
Rambo?
even trying anymore to like change the hair to get these guys to buy the same shit. It's just a fucking package.
True.
And a name. There's a lot in a name, Pete.
Oh, and this is a Hallmark Christmas ornament. We finally made it, everybody. We've plateaued. This right here, you know what this means? We officially jumped the fucking shark with Jeremy. Holiday fucking Christmas
I think getting
ornaments.
me on the show
From
was the jump in the shark
2019.
point.
Well, I was
Go
down.
back to the nude links.
Oh, more nudes! Yeah.
I was doing a little hunting down at the local Hallmark store. I was getting a card from my grandma and found this gem. I've got Alba the 2017 Fairy Princess, but I found this Peter Venkman.
Well, you know, okay, so I wasn't going to get this. This was actually, I found this at Toy Haven, too. I forgot. But the reason why that I picked this up.
What vendor was that so I can ban them?
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it. Hey, anybody see a ghost? Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Thank you very much. That's why I bought it.
Awesome.
Because it has authentic Bill Murray.
Why did they not put the bolt in the backpack and not the head?
Because they're stupid.
Do you guys are a two Christmas tree family?
Two? Yeah, we have the
the
black
Junkyard
one in
Jeremy
the
one.
bedroom. I used to have one in the basement with action figures hanging from it, but
Yep.
I need to clean my basement for that to happen. It's been like 6 years. And then we have our regular giant one. So, yeah, stupid. Next!
I want two Christmas tree family too.
I'm just going through all this shit.
So full disclosure, Jeremy, I absolutely love Christmas ornaments.
Yeah?
And my mom worked at Hallmark, so we all had one that we got every year. So it's very nostalgic for me. I'm so happy for you.
I think I believe you. Next, I got Zach, the fifth turtle from NECA here, the cartoon version of the Turtles. And he comes with Smash from the Smash for Cash Dojo. He was the leader of the, what were they called? The evil something ninja, the Ninja Turtle gang, whatever it was.
I have no idea.
Are you asking
Yeah,
us?
keep
You're
staring
the
at us,
one-
Jeremy. We'll
You're
help.
the one that's gonna have to.
Crooked. That's what it is. The
Oh,
Crooked
fuck, I
Ninja
knew
Turtle
that.
game.
Oh my god.
Shit, Travis, I knew that.
This is like the first season. No,
It's like
nobody.
look, it's prepubescent Casey Jones.
He's just back. He's like, fuck your shit.
No, I mean, I don't.
That's all right. Everybody's saying fuck
On the
my
back,
shit. So
on
I
the
mean-
back of
No,
that
no,
box,
no.
it says collect them all,
That's
and
not
Jeremy's
true,
like,
Jeremy.
well, it said to.
Yeah,
So-
it said to collect them all. So then number 2, I get a member of the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang and a rock soldier.
God, you guys love this fucking turtle stuff. Holy
Dude,
cow.
I'm telling you right now, yesterday was difficult because at Cody's booth,
Yeah, he had a
he
lot of
had
good shit.
a lot of that stuff that I really want, but I just can't cross that line right now, man.
I like Rock Soldier.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. Though.
absolutely not.
I do get it.
And
No,
the
I do
thing
too,
is,
if you love
I'm
the
actually
cartoon.
taking stuff out of this collection, out of
Yeah.
the cartoon, but it's just I can only bring 2 packages out. Like I can't. Like it's fuck. I'm getting more than I can fucking take away. But
Yeah,
they're just not. I don't know. There's my childhood, bitch. I
Dude.
can't help it.
I totally get it.
They were so, dude. Like I said, I struggled yesterday at that booth. I really did.
I think Carl Miller sold my buddy some GoBots, and in the process, he reminded me that he still had a Tiger Electronics video game for me. So,
Closest to an athlete Jeremy's ever been.
so I got a
Oh, no,
Mega
it's
Man
Mega Man.
2
thought
Tiger
it was football.
Electronics handheld video game.
Those are the shittiest, shit things.
They were the
ever.
worst. It was like, oh, I guess it's something to do while
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
so.
yeah.
As a kid, it was so awesome to have, but oh my god,
They're
they were
just
bad.
terrible. And I
Trash.
tried playing this, and I just fucking sucked. So
I had Blades of Steel.
I got a nice little collection of them. They're all just trash.
But dude, that's like
art wise, like I don't
that's
know, man.
hardcore
That's just fucking
nostalgia
cool looking
there,
to
though,
me,
man.
so.
That'd be a badass display of those, like on a wall in a man cave.
Yeah, sometime I'll bring you
no.
into my house and you can see them.
We
I
gotta do
don't
some
believe you.
music stuff together.
I know, I'm so bad. Someday I'll have you all over. It'll be fun. I got 2 more things. I should have just saved this for Po2, but I
Yep.
couldn't help
Woo!
it.
It's not too late.
I got
It's never too late.
I got the Masterverse version of the Princess of Power, She-Ra.
He looks good.
Where'd you find it?
Big Bad Toy Store,
Next
of
to
course.
the horses, apparently that's on the back that she didn't come with. That's unfortunate.
Maybe they'll make one. This one, I don't know, man.
She looks fucking hot on the back of that package, though.
This Masterverse shit is really, they're starting to step up their game, man. And I know it's not ever going to be classics, but like this is as close to classics as you're going to get with Mattel anyway.
Yeah, and it's on the shelves.
Yep. 2 different heads. You get your normal pretty face, which they nailed over the Super 7 one. Sorry, guys, but they did. And then the extra head, which is pretty fun. I like that one too. Yeah, I haven't taken her out yet. I will.
30 points of articulation, and
30,
none of them are the
30 whole
boobs.
points. She's pretty sexy.
Even Stevens had enough of He-Man. He's like,
Trevor goes, did I skip over to QVC?
Last week I had nothing, and this week I have like 8 boxes of shit. So, and then the very last thing I brought
I love that guy.
is the Princess of Power blue Hordak figure. Pretty fancy schmancy, if I do say so myself.
A lot of attachments.
Yep.
I think these are kind of a fun little in between. You know, they're in between Origins, they're in between classics.
Yeah.
They're not quite. Close to classics, but it's nice. You know, I think it's pretty cool.
Different interpretations of the figures, but like very familiar.
Yep.
And lots of like little added things, cloth capes and the little laser on the little crossbow and the blasty coming out of there and shit. So pretty fun. But that's it. That is all I brought.
Nice, Jeremy.
Well, I did pick
Yeah,
up
many-
some
many
bean
used
boozled
to.
beans, but
What are they?
That's it.
how
Don't
hot
push
can you
publish
handle,
or
Pete?
anything. Okay, bud.
They're a Fiery 5 challenge.
Are you guys a little concerned that oh my god, are we eating those? That Steve walked out of the room, and Cody Elson's like, I gotta go
Yeah,
too.
I gotta go, guys. Got to take care of this boner.
Maybe seeing.
Cody's been looking at those fingers all day.
I know all those close-up photos of those monster hands.
Finger looking good.
I think he's actually just worried I'm actually gonna make him sit on my face.
What's super funny is Cody was telling that story about how you use your finger to smash those chicken wings, and every time Steve breaks the table, it just shatters the tray and the table underneath it. Oh, my chicken's on the floor.
See you, buddy.
He says I have to leave, Steve. Doesn't say to anybody else. Fuck you, Steve, you cool, and I'm out.
Oh,
We're not talking about those again, Steve. Put them down.
You can surely look at him. Pete, you guys say you're not ready for these. You've seen these types of things before, right? They're the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled.
Yeah.
Well, normally they do have like these gross ones that like have.
But they're mixed in, so it'll be purple, and they look identical, but one tastes like a sewage.
One's
one
like
tastes
dirt.
grape.
One's
Yeah.
like centipede,
Right.
vomit,
Right.
gross, like
Right.
rotten egg. And
Yeah.
I can't do those ones anymore. I get them stuck in my teeth and I gag for like an hour. So instead, like a genius, I picked up the Fiery 5 challenge.
Let's fucking go.
Which says, how hot can you handle? Warning, extremely hot. It goes all the way from Sriracha up to Carolina Reaper.
Fuck you.
Let's
I'm out.
go.
It says, challenge your friends or foes and dare to compare these wildly hot jelly beans. So, I don't know if you guys are willing to...
I'll do it. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't taste spice anymore. He's got a geographic tongue. It's not fair.
It's actually more sensitive. I actually like spice hurts more now.
Really?
Yeah, because of my tongue.
You just want to take one at random?
Oh, that's how we got to do it, right?
Alright.
But,
Oh, I
but
thought you
there's a
started out-
color indication, isn't
But
there?
you start out low and see how high you can go.
I think it's just surprise.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Just give him the house one.
I'm going green.
Give
So-
Steve his.
I ain't
He
doing it.
took green. Green is...
Steve,
jalapeno.
I don't do hot. I hate hot.
Well, so do we, but we're doing
No,
it for
you
the
don't.
show.
You fucking have jalapeno bullshit up there, and your freaking shit, pickled shit that fucking burns your face off. You guys like that shit. I don't like it.
I got this red one here. I don't know what it is, if it's Sriracha or Carolina Reaper, but I'm about to find out.
Jalapenos bad.
Oh, it's immediately scalding.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you guys can handle this.
Jalapenos so bad. Carolina Reaper.
I think so.
What was pink?
Yeah, it might have been Sriracha. Oh,
What's the mildest one?
Sriracha.
Ugh.
Wow.
You can't handle the sriracha?
I don't.
No, he's got
I think I might have the Carolina Reaper one.
That's stupid. Why would they make the mildest and the hottest the same color? Like, how do you tell the difference?
I don't know, but what I had was pretty hot.
Oh, it's darker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I could, like, my mouth is watering so bad. If I could eat several of those, but
It actually kind of tasted good.
no, it does. Yeah. Woo. But it like keeps getting hotter and hotter.
Okay, so
Ugh.
so that's one.
Ugh.
You know,
I found these at Blaine's, by the way. No,
So
I'll suffer.
orange is habanero. Dark is cayenne. Green.
Oh,
How
wow.
the fuck do you tell the difference? You're right, Steven.
Yeah, it's a way of fucking you.
No, I actually love spicy stuff. It destroys my guts these days.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of spicy things, but this one is like, it's just making my mouth water a lot. So
Yeah. It's warmer than I expected, I'll be honest.
did you take one?
No.
Jeez.
Okay, so I laid them all out.
Okay.
All right, I gotta look at the package again here.
I think when you start with the hottest one, and
Whoa.
I think
Okay.
next time we should put these in our buttholes.
Okay, this one is the sriracha. This
That's
one,
the mildest one.
this is the
Yeah.
mildest one. So that's how you tell them apart.
How?
What?
By color.
That's got speckles.
Oh.
See, there's black speckles.
Yeah.
That's how you tell them apart. They're same red, but one's got speckles, one doesn't. And I fucking jalapenos burn. I lied to him.
Kicking his leg. Did you get back?
Oh my!
You believe me?
I wouldn't think you'd have done that to me, you fucker. I mean, I know we have a history, but fuck!
Why would you ever touch me? I can't believe it. He just,
Dickhead. Why? Why would you even do that?
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Fucking fist.
Steve, can you move back on camera, please?
Oh, fucking terror.
He's sweating and shit. Hey, don't rub your eyes. And on that note,
He's so mad.
I don't know if he's steaming because he's angry or it's really
yeah.
hot.
No, because it hurts. Wow. The fuck is it?
Oh. Don't touch your eyes, Steven. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You just pepper sprayed yourself, man. Oh.
We broke him. That's it.
So for
This
future
is our last
reference,
episode.
Black Speckles is Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I only bit off a half of one.
And then you didn't even swallow it. Yeah, good stuff.
I had the jalapeno, which was second to the mildest, and it still burned my tongue. So
Yeah. So, there you go, folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's an episode.
We're up at episode 262 of the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. YouTube's gonna be running all day today because Cody's not here to stop it. So
You might hear some weird things
you
at
might
the
hear
Balls
some weird
residence.
things.
Yeah. It won't be 8 inches though.
Sorry, Lori.
Lord Stephen Machado, the Carolina Reaper himself. Jeremy DeWitt. Travis Bowles, I'm Pete McCarthy. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.
Bye-bye.
I'm about to see one 300-pounder power bomb another 300-pounder.
You were handing him the black speckles, and I'm like, that's the one I took.
A
Are you
real friend
sure?
would have warned him.
Well, I thought maybe that I had the weakest one.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Trevor with the last super chat of the day. This was totally worth the super chat.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Say bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.